great timing. They're going to make the long jump in, be able to find PPT and Nip. Are they going to try and go into this? They do have the Chronosphere, locking down only the Meepos here. 33 actually running into the Chronosphere as well. And
The stolen Chrono!
Saxa locks down the Sword Bitter. What a burrow strike! FY nails 5 different heroes and 3 different Meepos, but will be able to get the Storm Seer down on his Aegis. They're trying to catch FY here. They don't want to let these constant burrow strikes disrupt them. One of the Meepos quite low though. Storm and Void focusing down will be able to kill, but Ame, he actually dies here. The Meepos dead for 2 minutes. The Storm Seer with his BKB might just be able to finish up all these heroes. Saxa trying to get away, has a Fiend's Grip, but won't be able to be activated by Ace, just turning and trying to fight, laying out the damage on FY, but the shield crash is denying so much of that damage right now. Meanwhile, X-Nova pops his borrowed time, managed to heal up, back to full. The Roshan pit being controlled up by LGD, but they need to be able to win this fight. 33 is dropped so low. Ame going into the back line with a Sonic Wave, nailing all 3 of those cores. Needs to be able to get off the Sunder. He's silenced up right now, and now he's cut down. Jump for the PA. Ravage are going to go down. They're going to want to make sure this Ember Spear dies. Now they're going to be able to catch Seb on the side here as well. Dagger slowing him down. Furion thinking about the TPing, thinking maybe not the place to go to because Seb's definitely dead. Darson, they just keep on hitting. A second one lands after that. Now Seb's going to be silenced as well. Drop back down into his doom. Buybacks coming from both the carries of OG, but it's still a very healthy Liquid as they're going to demonstrate just how strong they are by taking on the 2 carries inside of their fountain tops and popping his battle trance. Rampage! Rampage for Miracle! Give him a double Rampage, that's Miracle!
This, but at the same time, Secret, they're collapsing onto Arteezy. The Doom was laid down onto Nisha, but he still has that reincarnate. He's gonna have that second life. Midpoint jumps in. Shackles are there as well. Samel's trapped. He's dead and gone. Secret, they'll look towards Crit. Controls there from Midpoint with the root. Crit's dead as well. Triple kill. They're gonna try and make the jump from the smoke. They lead in. The Absol, he gets the Hex off. Nisha's in with the BKB but fly. The defensive disruption. He's gonna keep it safe. The Doom. S4 again, he's in. On top of Midpoint. Arteezy moving in with the rage. Can they kill off this Monkey King? They'll take Nisha first. The Monkey King falling over the finger. The Hex. The Absol, he's got the burst. Arteezy's gone. Maybe. Still trying to go with mind controls here. The damage reduction with the anchor smash.
Miracle's got ultimate.
They've got the badges with the ult. The is up with the halberd. The disarm. Miracle damage output heavily slowed. Spirit Vessel arm in the gush. They've got Arme. The disarm. They've taken the power away from Baby. As now they'll chase for the Deucer. Baby surrounded the Deucer. Surely dead and gone. He's trying to get Miracle. Dagger thrown out from Arme to slow much of a man down. Chalice. He's giving his over. Why? The 3-man RP. The Light Strike array. But the vacuum, the wall, the Greaves, they've got the heals, they've got the sustained. Liquid, turn it around!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final day, the grand final day of the MDL Disneyland Paris Major. Woo! What a journey we have been on. I lost my voice. That was the weakest woo I've ever done. Boys, can you help me out? Give me some woo. Woo! Woo! Woo!
Oh man, but for real, yesterday that Dota, the 2 best series of the tournament, right? Secret EG, PSG LGD versus Liquid, like that. Just those highlights get me. Ugh.
You know, I'm gonna be real with you guys.
Okay.
Sometimes on these panels, sometimes as a host, we have to embellish things a little bit. We have to tell you some lies here and there and say, what a wonderful game of Dota between 2 very skilled people. We ain't lying this time. That was some of the best Dota I have seen since outside of a TI. The entire day yesterday, and these teams are in top form. We get to see some of them again today. Boys, talk to me about this Dota. What makes it so good?
You wanna go first?
You first, sir.
Me first? Late into a patch, TI was on the line for a couple of these squads. Liquid qualifying, OG qualifying, thanks to their performances here. And just really everyone in top form. Like China came to show up too. Like
Yeah.
PSG LGD, that was they played fantastic. But
Like any other day, they could have won it, right? It's just Liquid. They
Yeah.
had that one big team fight, mind control with his Darkseer, just pretty much
Yeah.
securing them a top
All
3.
right.
it's just that there's all these little things, right? Like there was this huge play where mind control Quelling Blade at a tree to kill Ame's Monkey King. And they lost that game, of course, so it didn't really matter in the end. But he's like faking quelling the tree because he knows Ame is going to leap before he reaches it. He does that twice. It's like little tiny details. The item choices are great.
Yep.
There's really nothing to even criticize. The games are won because of good plays, not because of some egregious misstep.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Well, it is so far an amazing tournament that we've had with our players. It's amazing that we've had with our great talent here for the most part. But what makes all these amazing things possible? Let me tell you. Sponsors. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Sponsors make the world go round. And here at MDL Disneyland Paris Major, we haven't forgotten who got us to the stage. In fact, I have a few words for those sponsors. In fact, AMD. A big thank you to AMD for making this event possible. Thank you very much, boys. SAP, of course, providing a lot of those stats and interesting first time this X has ever been done. Thank you, boys. Secret Lab, just like the pros at the MDL Disneyland Paris Major stage today, the best way to stay comfortable throughout the most intense matches is with the award-winning Secret Lab gaming seats. Enjoy fully customizable support for the most incredible sitting experience today. Not done at all, though. AOC. Thanks for AOC for supporting us. AOC, developer awesomeness. Awesomeness? It's a very difficult word.
Awesomeness.
Okay, you guys seem to do it just fine. Sennheiser. Audio is brought to you by Sennheiser Gaming, engineered professional audio equipment for gamers worldwide. And finally, of course, who is it, boys?
HyperX.
That's right, HyperX. MDL Disneyland Paris Major is brought to you in part by HyperX. HyperX! Because whatever you play, however you play, we're all gamers.
HyperX.
HyperX! That's right.
That's right.
They got a good end. I like the shining lights.
X. Yeah.
X.
X.
Okay, thanks. We've said X several times, Kyle. Any big thoughts about our sponsors? Any favorites?
No, I was wondering what I missed for the last 5 or 6 days. I've been on the late shift.
All right, Kyle. Well, you're going to miss a little bit more as our teams approach the stage. Let's go ahead and check them out as they walk on.
Merci d'accueillir Evo Genesis. Et leurs adversaires, Team Liquid. Faites du bruit!
And there you have it, two of the best teams in the world walking towards their booths and ready to do battle. One of them will be going to the grand finals. One of them will be third place at the major. Pretty respectable either way, boys.
Yeah, it is, but, you know, I think both these teams would rather have a win than a third place, even a second place, so you got to play your hardest all day long.
Are you sure about that? EG seems to really love third place.
They do, you know, still better than fourth, but not as good as first.
Do you think the curse is going to happen, Kyle? Will we be seeing the memes come true once again?
There's a lot of curses out right now. I'm not sure which one's going to have the most strength, but I'm going to do my part.
To make the curse happen? What do you mean?
I don't know. I'm just going to do my best to be a professional analyst.
Do you have a
Grant's-
voodoo doll of Arteezy? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay, well, let's
I
go
gave
with...
that to Grant. He asked for it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, now here's the EG secret game, man. This series, right? Game 1 was kind of like a secret show. Game 2 was pretty much EG's show. Game 3 was amazing, but they got meepoed, right? And we've seen so far this tournament, Bulba he got brood-mothered by Liquid in the first time they met up, and then he got meepoed game 1. They came back in game 2 both times, but I don't think you ever want to give away that game 1 like they've done a few times now.
To be fair, I don't know if you'd even call it giving it away, though. It was a 22-pick meepo.
That's true.
The EG's draft is fine until there's this hero that they just, like, Ace literally just won this game. Sumail tried his best.
Not Ace,
but,
yeah. Mid
I was
one.
testing.
Testing. No, mid one. People forgot even had a Meepo. Like, people were like, Meepo, who's going to play it on their team? I'm like, wasn't mid one of the best Meepo players for a long time? But I digress.
You forget because they play so many heroes. That's the problem.
They actually do.
And this was the gimme.
Hey-oh.
That was pretty much what won EG the second game. Although they had a favorable laning phase here. Secret, it was a strange game to watch. The third was really where the legends were born. It's kind of a throwback to the rivalries we used to expect.
Yeah.
Like a lot of epic third games between EG Secret in their histories.
I think the biggest thing is this Enigma. Teams are letting EG get it pretty much every game. And it's that one, like, always banned hero that teams are like, you know what? Play it, Crit. You're not playing a playmaker. You're playing an Enigma.
Sri Baginda Raja, kami persembahkan gaya busana lebaran terbaru dengan gaya yang elegan dengan detail, dengan warna yang menawan. Lihat!
Aku sudah bosan dengan baju lebaran yang itu aja. Siong. Aku mau baju yang keren.
Keren, Pap. Keren.
Keren. Yang benar keren. Dan kita baru saja menerima sinyal dari bumi.
The fact that he's been doomed because it's after his ultimate.
Yep, and there it was. It was a short blink,
Gentlemen,
right?
we're
But it
not
looked like he
supposed to
won.
laugh at the professional players, but sorry.
It happens, right? Like, and the fact that it is EG, like, it's happened multiple times to many players on their team. And, I mean, did it lose in the game? It definitely didn't help them.
The game's even. The thing is, the game is even. It looks like Secret just win the game off of this fight, but it wasn't over.
Yeah.
Until, well,
it happened, yeah. And that's the thing, right? We talked about it. All it takes is just one play, whether it's the biggest play of your life or, you know, one of the worst plays. It really does come down to that in these games.
But why does it always happen to EG? People ask me, like, what could EG do to improve? And I say, literally every person should buy a 4-staff.
I have
Any other team.
I have a theory.
What's that?
I have a feeling, you know, Artur was feeling sad. He was the cliff guy. Sumail's like, I'm sick of Arteezy getting bullied on Reddit. I'm going to take the heat off of him and bring it onto me. Arteezy's going to have an amazing game today because of that.
Absolutely. If there's
Good
one
teammate.
player in Dota 2 that I would think, man, that guy would jump in front of someone to save him from a bullet, it would be the selfless Sumail, the self-proclaimed king of Dota.
no, not king anymore. GOAT.
The
Different.
GOAT.
Yes. A king is like a meaningless title. Okay, anybody.
And a GOAT is one of such royalty.
Yeah, it stands for
What?
what greatest of all time. You didn't know that?
Oh, no, I thought he was just calling himself a goat, which is a noble creature.
It is.
Yeah.
The mountains especially. But we saw their most picked heroes, and it was like Oracle, Brew, and Earth Spirit. And really the only one that's been like focused on is that Earth Spirit. It's either been banned or first pick. We haven't seen much Oracle from Fly, and honestly, teams are giving up Doom to EG as well. Like S4, actually, I want to talk about the three matchup mostly. S4 and Mind Control yesterday, I thought played two of the best like series of their life. Like S4 was top net worth in that third game.
Yep.
Like the entire time, Mind Control, the double vacuums, the quelling blades.
Yep.
If those two are both on today again, I'm hyped.
All right, listen, I need to stop this bias, this incredible bias. We have literally been talking about EG for about 10 to 15 minutes. We have Team Liquid.
Yeah.
One of the
I just brought up
greatest
mind
teams.
control.
Listen, Grant, stop the bias. Right about you. We need to go to Team Liquid and talk about what an incredible game that they had yesterday, now that we're seeing them again today. So, mind control, you bring up a huge point. Darkseer has been this gigantic hero in this meta. Back in the day when mind control was new, everyone was comparing his Darkseer to, who was it? Universes.
Yeah.
And he was literally the best Darkseer player. He was
Easily.
even better than Universe. And now that this hero is in the meta, you just cannot let mind control get it, right?
I mean, Liquid, after they won TI7, you know, a bunch of them were asked who their best player was. I believe it was unanimously Mind Control.
Everyone said mind control. Yeah.
And there's a reason for that. He is a Dota fanatic, came up, was discovered because he was the top of the European FPL League for like 3 months in a row, with the most games played, like every single month.
Highest win rate with the most games, which is insanely impressive.
Yeah, there's a fanatical drive within this team, specifically him. And we need Space Jam music. Oh, wait, never mind. We need, what a slam dunk there by FI. It's one of the many.
Cut his mic.
Mind control. There was this epicenter that they lost, right?
Yeah.
And mind control, I was like, hey, you going to come hang out, you know, after party later? He's like, no, I need to play pubs. I wasn't good, like, in this tournament. And,
mind control?
And that's, I believe, they finished, like, second or third, you know? It's not as if he's playing poorly, right? He just wants to be the best.
And let's be real, we talked about Mike. They got Miracle. They've got another one, you know, Sumail says best in the world. Other people look at Miracle. This dude, you just for a lot of this tournament, right? They're running not 4 protect one, but 4 run around Miracle. You farm as Medusa. We saw the PA game. He farmed as a PA. It looked like they were losing. Like, why isn't he? This is a hero you're supposed to fight with. And he waits one extra fight. He comes in and he rampages. Like, Miracle will always be one of the best.
He has the highest LAN win rate of any player with more than 100 games at live events, 70.4%. He's won 20 LANs.
20
LANs, comparatively Puppy and Crow of 24 each.
Because I thought Zai had the highest win rate.
Not anymore. He's been playing with EG, or,
with Secret, who's been winning every single tournament.
He's been playing with that awful team Secret.
No, but I know what you mean. Those two, I mean, they are at the top. And, I just can't believe every game pretty much went to a game 3 last night. And the game 3s paid off, too. It wasn't just these one-sided games. It was just straight up hype. Look at that.
Yeah, and it was so cool because you could see every time Mind Control was saving the VAC for the RP. Just to try and prevent a little bit of damage if Ame wasn't immediately able to BKB. Loved Miracle's item build. I think he, not single-handedly won this game, but he ensured they didn't lose it, because if he ever at a point couldn't be able to one-on-one against any core on the side of LGD, they could have been in trouble. The double Doom came out here. This was the Ame show. One more crit, bang, easy triple kill.
We don't talk about them anymore. Come on, they're out. They had a great.
This was the play right here.
Here we go.
Ame blinks immediate the VAC. So they would have
in a vacuum again. Yep.
Was that 2 vacs?
Yeah, it was the refresher shot. Yeah, it was the double vacuum play.
I didn't notice the second one.
Yes,
that explains why it felt like it was more counter initiation than it should have.
And that's just so hype. Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say something worthless. I was just gonna say that it reminds me of my home life. The wife is always asking for that double vac because I'm very lazy and terrible at cleaning the house.
But not mind control. He cleaned house with LG.
We could invite him to my house to clean it and double vac all day.
Yeah,
that'd be great. Let's go ahead and take a look at the team here. DPC standings, the 7th. I mean, after those games yesterday, I think that's going to change.
They're a top 4
quick.
team. I have a feeling they're a top 4 team now. And the most picked heroes, I always look at those. And I usually look at 3 and you're like, oh, yeah. But that PA, I do not think you give up that PA. The fact he can fight early or just carry you a mega late game, I don't think you want Miracle anywhere near that.
That is also the story of the patch. This might be our last. This probably is our last tournament with this style of Dota.
Oh, no.
There's a lot of big changes coming in the next that are going to change the way Dota is played. And at the moment, this is Liquid finally at a point where they understand the patch. They're on top of the meta, and there's a reason why, even though they've been faltering throughout the year, failed to qualify for the first major, they was
had
the
a
second.
Stand-in,
Yeah.
Shadow, and this is the first time we're truly seeing Team Liquid TI winners show up
on form. And it's been, if you talk to anyone on Secret or VP, they always have Liquid in the top 4 of an event
every time. Yeah,
worried about Liquid, and I think teams put a little more emphasis on what's Liquid doing in these scrims. What are they picking in group stage? Because you always are concerned they might have figured out something you haven't.
Oh, you know, great for them. They got 24 whole hours now that they're actually good at the patch to enjoy it before inevitably Ice Frog changes it and nerfs them into oblivion like last time.
I do believe they said they were going to finish the next qualifiers before the patch dropped. I could be wrong. I thought I read
Who
about
said that?
somewhere. I don't
Who
know.
said
I
that?
thought I read it somewhere. I could just be wrong.
Grant, are you Ice Frog? Be real with me right now.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
It makes
Tricked you
so
this
much
whole
sense.
time.
Wouldn't
Why
that
didn't
be
I invite
incredible?
No wonder if North America has so many spots. Oh my
Why didn't I
God.
invite myself to TI?
You can't reveal, dude.
It's kind of incredible, though, that Europe's got 3 spots all year, but they're going to have 4 teams qualified at TI.
Wow. Incredible.
Oh, we're in the draft. Hell.
Oh, yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Now, one thing we didn't get to talk about is that this has been seen before. Not in a different universe, as Dr. Strange would put it, but literally a few days ago. Team Liquid did face off against Evil Geniuses, and they did pull in a 2-game victory.
But they are not the same team they were 3 days ago.
No, they are not.
This is totally different. They've leveled up.
Also, I want to talk about one thing we saw yesterday. Kuroki played Doom twice. We've seen 4 Dooms, we've seen 3 Dooms. We had not seen 5 Dooms at all, and all of a sudden Kuroki's playing it, and Evil Genius is like, wait, they have another hero that this curl that's a high game impact. I thought it was something nice. Right before top 3, you thrown another wrench.
Yep.
Oh,
Remember, Liquid first picked EG Radiant here, so with
Okay.
Nyx Doom banned, Dark Seers, very powerful pick. Oracle's still in the pool. I think Liquid's probably debating whether you want to get rid of that, because they also place a very high value on Nature's Prophet.
They do.
You know what, strange enough, Liquid did put a high value on in their last series against Evil Geniuses?
What's that?
Winter Wyvern. We actually saw that in 2 out of the 3 games.
I believe that was versus the Drows, wasn't it? I think Winter Wyvern versus Drow is one of those you're just like, it's a decent counter in the late game. You always get a hero kill, D-push. I don't think we'll see, because Drow's still in the pool, by the way.
Indeed.
It's also, I think that EG really rely upon Arteezy and Sumel's hero. So again, they're similar to PSG LGD in that way, that they often have more of a 2-core lineup. And Wyvern's excellent because you remove their BKB timings, which has been a staple of the EG playstyle since Fear was heading the roster. And they last banned Drow. Maybe they would have left it through. We will not see it, however. Now Darkseer, Nature's Prophet,
One of those
Earthshaker.
two.
Earthshaker.
GH Earthshaker, come on.
Are there any other? Because that's 3 heroes. It sounds like you'd rather be second pick then. What else is there? There's Sand King. We've seen a lot of Sand Kings coming out as well. I'm a big fan of it. Other people don't seem to be.
I think with Oracle in the pool, you don't want to Darkseer. I would Shaker. I just think that Earthshaker at the moment is just the best hero.
And it's GH.
He is the best
It's
player of
GH,
the best
baby.
hero.
It's crit, though. Both of these
as well.
players,
Yeah.
it just gives you the initiating advantage once you hit the mid-game.
And you have a gotcha spell that's like,
Yeah.
we just want a team fight because of me.
Exactly.
I could also see Nature's Prophet. I think it is. I think it's Earthshaker, Nature's Prophet. Yeah, it's the Shake Daddy.
You just, it's the most open, if that makes sense. Even though it locks in your 4 position, this hero is just, I feel like it's the best 4. Because you...
Tackies! Sorry, continue.
you secure the off lane, you can roam mid, excellent rune control.
Do you have to Oracle here?
I think you do.
Or EG?
I think you do. Otherwise, you're going to play into Oracle Shaker, and that just sounds miserable.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, we have got the best panelists for you here. We really do.
What do you think?
Now, this is cool, though, because it's so late in the tournament that these heroes are the best.
Yes.
You know, the meta's been figured out. And yeah, sure, we'd love to see something new and original, but
Tackies.
the openers have to stay stable. It's after this where we'll see the experience of the tournament come through.
All right, Kyle.
Heroes like TA, as an example, I think we got to think about as we get into the later stages.
Sure.
Haven't seen Terrorblade, Troll, PA, all of these carries that have just suddenly rose.
I think that's what Liquid's thinking right now. I think they might be thinking about PA, honestly. Just straight up right here. They like first picking a core a lot of the time, but I still like Nature's Prophet.
Yeah,
I really like Nature's Prophet.
I think that's the direction they're going to go here as well.
Nice. Good for you out there in the audience. That's very nice. Go ahead and move that camera. Ah, there's some good fans. That's good. Oh, no. Take the camera away again. Get out of here.
You guys had all night to come up with signs. This is the best we've got.
We got one Papega.
Oh, hey. And look, see, we did our homework.
We
Slacks.
did.
Look at us.
Look at you guys. It's almost like you've been watching all these games for 12 days. Very impressive.
No, but this opens up, right? It's one of Mind Control's best heroes as well. Kuroki plays it. It's that hero that leaves you open, but it gives you strong laning no matter what.
It also is deceptively good against Darkseer. You'd think like, oh, it's annoying in the mid game when the Ion Shelled support hero just runs on top of you. But in the laning phase, you can crush a Darkseer because the Ion Shell doesn't do enough damage to kill your Treants and deal with your Blightstone auto attacks.
Yeah.
I love it against Oracle too. You cannot play Oracle in a lane against Fury. Like
You just can't.
you can 2v1.
You have to like sit in the trees, and you're not really being used in the way you want to.
Guys, I want to talk about this Sven ban. We have seen it before on RTZ. It has been extremely powerful, but does it reveal anything about their draft from Team Liquid potentially?
You just don't want to give away. You have Darkseer on the enemy side, and I think when it comes to EG, you don't want to let them beat you in a way they've already revealed they're capable of.
Yeah.
Plus, you have Shaker Furion. If Artur gets that Echo Saber BKB timing like 15, 20 minutes, you can't play Dota against him anymore. He'll have like 3,000 health with ult up.
I will say it could give away. There's only one hero I'm thinking of that we've seen that's okay versus is Lycan.
Yes.
I could possibly see. I haven't seen Liquid play it much. EG has, but not Liquid as much.
You just can't pick it too early. Although
That's the problem.
The
Like fourth
Naga
or fifth.
ban makes it a stronger pick.
Yes.
In my opinion, and I'm liking that Liquid chose to do that. It's another hero that has great synergy with Darkseer, and it just owns Profit.
Yeah, I'm liking that too. In fact, we have to talk about this hero. Arteezy did very well on it, and we did see a game with Matumba Man. Of course, that's his, I would say, still signature hero. You see Lycan on a Matumba Man, he's going to go absolutely bananas.
I think it'll dominate a game. Like if Evil Geniuses picks some weird Ford that has no escape mechanic or anything, sure, Liquid could
That
just pick
was
it
a
and
good
just run
sign.
you down.
Come on, don't do this. For once, you guys had a nice positive. No, hey, stop it.
What the?
This is Disney camera, guys. Get this out of here. Although that is a reference to Lycan, so I'll take it. It's a reference.
And we've been seeing more just the hard carry bans in the second phase. That's been something that's only came up in like the last 3 or 4 days.
I think that's a mag PA.
Yeah.
Like,
if Liquid doesn't, Liquid could take it. It honestly, like we saw them, right? They had no buffer on that Miracle PA, and it's still. They had an ABBA though.
Yeah, but I don't think
That's
you
true.
can do it without. I actually think Tidehunter for Liquid looks real nice right now, but they got to determine whether they want the Kuro Profit or the Mind Control Profit. It goes both ways because you could theoretically just draft for early game tempo and try and win before the Mag +1 comes online. That's what we saw them do yesterday, actually, against PSG LGD in the deciding game 3. But
I'm with you. I like Tide.
Yeah,
Tide feels good here.
The big 2 counters to Mag are Tide to Baden because they will at some point cleanse the RP, and then you have a BKB piercing damage reduction, which is huge when you know that EG's lineup is going to be heavy physical just because of this Mag.
And if it is a PA, it stops. Like Mind Control doesn't mind. Like it's still not the best lane for Tide until you get like level 4, 0-2-2. But I don't know. It feels good. They go Chen.
I was thinking maybe they would bench because the people countering Darkseer and lane with it, but I love the Chen actually.
Yeah, it does have a purge now, right? Yeah. Can you explain how that works? Maybe I'm alone, but I don't see a lot of Chens these days. What's up with the Chen?
What do you mean? I don't know why they picked Chen. I thought Tidehunter.
That's why.
Hey-oh.
Because the Chen buff on Viper, okay, they knew PA was coming. They insta-picked Viper because the Chen buff on Viper increases the amount of healing once you talent for it that your, like whatever it is. Viper gets spell lifesteal, okay?
Yes.
You amplify the amount of spell percentage lifesteal. And because of the way stacking percents work in a positive direction, there isn't as much diminishing returns in the same way evasion doesn't stack as well, if that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. In fact, that's the most sense you've made, I think, ever on a panel. That's great.
And I also want to say, like, Liquid will get the lanes they want. You have a Nature's Prophet and a Chen who can teleport someone. You are going to get the lanes you want. And unless EG wants to walk across the map a million times, Liquid will have the better lanes.
And they are going for the style we expected, right? Where it's going to be a Prophet off lane, a Viper mid, and now you need another high-tempo hero for Miracle. You're going to try and win this game before the PA has that 3rd or 4th item. Because if you're fighting a Nether Toxin without a BKB, you cannot play Dota's PA. You have no evasion, you have no ability to crit. However, once you have BKB online, you can ignore that spell entirely.
Ladies and gentlemen, the French fans over from Frog TV, we surrender to you, France. You guys have been great all game. Well done.
There's the jug. Is this not a terrible Storm game? Am I missing something?
It's a pretty decent Storm game, but I don't think Sumail likes
it's too
the hero.
greedy too.
Yes.
It might be versus this like super push lineup. So what's a non-greedy hero
Sniper?
that can fight?
Yes, we have seen snipers before coming out, but it was for the
Dude, I feel sniper
want a
versus
playmaker,
Earthshaker
right?
though, like you just die twice in the laning phase, right? Every time Fisher's up, you're just like, I'm scared. I feel you need somebody who has a little bit of escape.
You've got a lot of time to think about it. You could Lina, but I'm not a huge fan of that hero. You want wave clear, but I also think this hero has to be durable. Maybe you just go for a Kunkka, even though it's a poor matchup against Viper Jug. I love the Jug pick from Liquid as well. It's a great matchup against the Darkseer in lane, and it's a high tempo, like early 6-slot hero. You know, we might see a Drums, Yasha, Maelstrom style, and definitely not a Battle Fury.
What about the whatever Ember pick? You're not a fan of it this game? With the Iron Shell already, it's not a ton of lockdown, but the Earthshaker.
I like it. The concern would be getting run over in the lane phase. Chen grabs a Purge creep, just walks at you. They spam Divine Favor on the Viper, who just hits towers indestructible. Yeah.
It's tough because Liquid's lineup is super fast-paced, and I like the Jug more than the Lycan. Just the healing ward, honestly, and the magic immunity. It's so good.
Maybe something weird. Maybe a Necrophos. Like Medusa's still in the pool, but that's not what you're looking for here. You just need something durable. It's got to be
durable playmaker. That's like.
I think that does sound pretty Necrophos. Yeah. Well, we did see Sumail picking a lot of Wind Ranger, Ember Spirit.
They like
an OD.
You know, I could see a Wind Ranger come out again. It's
hope
possible. I also hope not, but
my call would be OD. He's
Razor. Oh my.
Oh my, indeed. What do you think about that pick, boys?
I'm just the pick overall. It's whatever to me. I really like Liquid's draft. I actually do. I think this is one of those games. If Viper and Jug just have good lanes, which they will, because you have a Nature's Prophet and Chen who can TP people anywhere, TP themselves anywhere, you're always going to have a good lane. This could be a very quick one for Liquid unless Artur has the game of his life.
Which is possible. He has had the game of his life several times in this event. Mr. Kyle.
I think I disagree with Grant.
Which means you agree?
What?
I think EG's draft. Liquid is on more of a timing. I feel like the Razor pick along with the Mag kind of removes Liquid's win condition once it hits a certain point in the game, because you drain one of the cores, you hold RP for the others. I think Liquid can win this game if they play up-tempo enough, but I feel like EG will be able to stall it out and take it.
Stall it out against Liquid. They've been very aggressive, Kyle. I gotta be real.
You can't kill this Viper. Have we ever seen this man's Viper die? He just stands there and people are like, oh, and then he lives.
It's going to be a great game of Dota 2, okay?
Come on,
That's
Kyle.
the key.
That's the Kyle that I want. Give it to me for real. We got
right now.
I think EG is going to win. Sorry.
All right, guys. Well, we have our fantastic analysts. Oh, it is time to get into our first game. Elimination time. Third place is on the line. Grand Finals is coming. And we're going to go get our wonderful commentators, Capitalist and Blitz.
That's right. I hope you're excited, Perry, because we've got a wonderful day ahead of us. Evil Geniuses versus Team Liquid is going to be our first match kicking things off, and it's sure to be exciting. We've got the TI5 champs against the TI7 champs. Blitz, any thoughts?
This is going to be a rematch from last TI, where EG actually knocked Liquid out, I think, 2-0 out of TI, so there's a lot of revenge
Evil Geniuses contre Team Liquid.
On our hands. And the chance. A lot of Liquid fans, especially now that OG has been knocked out. But I heard a decent number of EG chants as well.
Who did Kyle predict for this?
I think he predicted 4 EG.
Oh, okay. So going into game 2, well, we're going to be...
Oh, Liquid actually managed to gain 3 of the bounty runes here.
I mean, EG used to getting 3 themselves, but not this time around, as Sumail will be matched up against the Viper mid, Or no, it's actually going to be mind control mid.
And that means we're going to be having a side lane Viper here. They're going to go aggro with it with the Earthshaker into the PA. So that's an interesting idea here.
I think the idea behind the Nature's Prophet is just because the Razor crushes the Viper. But like mind control's got Treants. I believe that is the idea, to like help him deny and stuff, similar to like when lone druids play against OD mid.
Right. And then this this Viper is just going to be able to constantly harass the PA bottom. We've got the break mechanic, making life a lot harder for the PA as well. And then our top matchup, we have a Juggernaut who's probably just going to be free farming, as the Darkseer is going to be cutting waves and trying to get that extra farm off of the neutral creeps. Crit coming in from the side. Just looking to get some damage on him. Matama, man, this could be our first blood, as they might just be able to run him down with the extra boots first, and that's going to be Arteezy picking it up with the dagger.
If you take a look at both lineups, you sort of see like how both teams want to play. On one hand, you have a Viper, and well, that thought is
good skewer back with a long hold in from Fly as well. Fisher's going to be able to hit all three. That'll slow down a lot of the damage, and GH does have boots, so he'll be able to stay ahead of Crit.
Yeah, you have one side with a Chen lineup and a Viper as your two main heroes. The other side has a PA Mag. I think for the most part, PA Mag should be able to carry out this game. And so for Liquid, it's pushing up the tempo. It's making sure the game goes as fast as you can.
Yeah.
They have like an all-out assault push lineup. But what I always love about Liquid's lineups too is that they have some way to go to the late game. So that's usually going to be the GH Earthshaker. I mean, we saw FY play the hero. You know how it looks late game. So that's sort of your saving grace. But for Liquid, I think they really want the laning phase to go very well for themselves so they can just play high-tempo Dota. Whereas EG, it's greed out a little bit with this PA, and the reason they take the Razor here is so that they don't go all in on that.
Sidesteps the skewer, but it looks like he's still going to die as Arteezy is able to catch up. Now, they've been dual laning this entire time, and that's because we've seen Kuro has been sitting mid almost non-stop, backing up your idea that they want to be able to have a strong laning phase. He's been using that Satyr to burn the mid-Razor out of almost all of his mana, and was looking for the Courier Snipe the entire time, so Sumail has not felt comfortable bringing his early south.
Yeah, but Sumail, it looks like he's still fine, and they need to get some help towards this bottom lane. You can't just give this PA absolute free farm. I think she's the real win condition for EG. And your win condition for Liquid is just try to end the game before she gets 4-slotted.
Burrow may have overstepped himself here, as Crit's going to be able to get the skewer back straight into the PA. GH is going to try and interrupt things, but doesn't actually have a way to stop all this damage. So Kuro finally shows up to the aggro tri-lane and just immediately dies.
Yeah, and all that mid shenanigans just sort of slowed down his own game. You have this Chen at 3 minutes who's level 1, and Chen's supposed to be the lane winner with how everything works nowadays in Divine Favor, but instead opting to go for the Holy Persuasion early on. We need to start feeling Kuroki's presence if...
Out of mana, but is not out of ways to be able to eat through the trees. Will be okay. It's 3-0 already for Evil Geniuses. We obviously aren't going to really talk about top lane a whole lot. It's just going to be a Juggernaut who's farming away, and the Darkseer will be at the top of the CS board and probably top of the net worth, thanks to all the neutraling.
And Darkseer, definitely the off-laner of the tournament so far.
Yeah.
We saw Liquid use it to great effect yesterday. It's just a hero that always gets farm. He always has a good laning phase. The only real heroes that counter him are Oracle and Doom to a certain extent. But being able to stop his farm, just really annoying. He gets to cut creep waves. He gets to farm neutrals while also farming the wave.
We've seen his impact come out. Ooh, they do have some golems. That's going to be triple stuns coming out as Arteezy tries to jump away but can't make it. Good setup by Kuro here. Now they might be able to catch Fly as well. Such a beautiful Fisher block from GH. Ensures a twofer at the bottom lane. Finally, this aggro tri lane starts going right.
Yeah. Very nice. They really needed that. Great rotation from both supports as GH finds the absolute perfect fissure. And he's going to run into Crit here, fighting over the bounty rune. He's going to try to go for the other one. And Fly makes his way down, but Liquid once again grabbing 3 bounty runes, and they might have just found Crit here, who used a skewer.
Fisher blocking him out. Those golems going to start throwing out their shards. If they can get the vision, gets one of them, and a second one, that's going to be the kill. And Crit did all of that just to try and grab the bounty rune, but didn't even do that much.
And all of a sudden, you've got this Earthshaker who's level 4, somehow even a higher level than Matsu. But Matsu, used to being sacked, is still playing his trademark Viper. And the timing for Liquid, it's going to start coming soon. You've got Nature's Prophet, level 5, almost level 6, already has phase boots. He's going to make his way into mid. TP behind the Razor. He has one
four
tango.
heroes here. The Sprout, the Treants, look at body block him. They have the Fissure there as well, and Sumail's just not going anywhere. He is very dead with the Siege Wagon pushes coming in. Liquid are going to go for a fast push into a mid-tier 1 tower off of that kill.
Yeah, great move by them, and being able to push with this catapult. It's the double catapult with your Chen. That's such a neat maneuver. Like the timing of
stuck.
it.
Does manage to get away, but the Sprout is now there. Miracle
Miracle's
was
here too.
unable to get Crit there. All 5 heroes of Liquid rotating in. This is how important this mid tower is to them. While Crit is going to be dove underneath his tier 2 tower, but all the damage is gone from Miracle here. GH is going to be able to separate the two, though, thanks to that Enchant Totem Aftershock hit. Miracle very low, but now the tower's gone. He's going to join the rest of his team here unless S4 can find a way with the Ion Shell. He's invis right now. Doesn't quite get him. He's going to try and surge forward. Has to give up on the kill as Viper's already dead. Liquid continuing to retreat here. Will be able to keep Miracle alive even as they lose Matumba Man. But they got the mid-tier 1 tower and they got a number of kills for it.
Yeah, and this reminds me of the game where they actually started the game trying to 5-man gank the mid tower. You see how much Liquid prioritizes the mid tower over any other team, I'd say in Dota. The lengths at which they're willing to go to in that previous series that they played where they lost that game sort of shows you that. And in this game, they brought all 5 heroes, including Miracle, who was getting absolute free farm down. And it's worth it for them because everybody from EG rotated too.
Yeah. Seems like to me, not just Liquid, but in general, the best teams are always willing to leave the laning phase early. They're always willing to make these kind of mass rotations. Why do you think that is? Like, why is the meta that way?
Just because people started to realize that the CS that you get, it doesn't really mean anything if you enable the rest of your team. As bottom lane, Crit does have the skewer and should be okay as the Nature's Wrath. Not going to quite clip him, but now they're going to push into this bottom tower with their double siege wagons. And I think most of it comes down to opening up the game for the rest of your team. By taking these early towers, it allows your supports to make really aggressive moves. You get deeper and deeper wards. You open up opportunities for you to go for Roshans earlier on. Your carries can farm into the enemy jungle. And that's why the best teams do it. I mean, OG made a living off of that principle. No-Tail would just run around with the rest of his team taking towers. And we see that same commitment right now out of EG.
With the Plasma Field, they're going to go for Mind Control first here, and he's going to be slowed down by the Oracle as well. He's definitely dead. S4 is going to look for more here. Is Kuro somewhere in the trees. S4 spots him now and is unable to stop that teleport. So a very heavy rotation and doesn't even save the tower. Did they get the last hit?
They need to take the tower themselves, yes. If EG want to make this somewhat even, they brought 5 heroes down here. You have to take a tower yourself. Otherwise, all you got was 200 gold. And that's what I meant by the kills don't really matter in that sense. You get that kill, you get 200 gold, sure, but it doesn't slow down anything that Liquid wants to do. And for EG, look at this. Now they disperse as 5, meaning this entire move wasn't really to protect the tower. It was to get that 1 kill. Not really worth it at all. And now they're going to lose top. They're sort of just getting outmaneuvered.
And normally you have a hero that's fantastic at being able to defend these towers in the Darkseer, but that's usually with the Helmet Dominator build. You can't go that against a Chen. Gonna try and be able to get that healing. We'll be able to take it out. Healing ward down.
That's the double catapults. They're going to back up. They don't want to get this tower denied, but still, EG sort of being run around the map right now. And this is sort of how the game is going to look for the time being because of the nature of Liquid's lineup. Very push-heavy, lots of summons, getting aggressive on tier 1 towers, as Kuro is going to finish that up with his catapults. And now here's the mid-game timing that Liquid want to hit. They've taken 2 towers, they're up in kills, they've got this minor gold lead.
3,000 net worth lead this early onto the game, not too bad. The Evil Geniuses, they can hit a good mid-game swing and start taking some tier 1 towers themselves. Things will rapidly shift, but TZ just trying to secure this area for the upcoming bounty runes in 10 seconds time. But Mind Control and GH are not going to give it up so easily, especially with Kuro coming in from the side. Arteezy's going to be chased away here. The Wrath of Nature is going to land with a Fissure. Echo Slam as well being used. They're going to try and TP in the Darkseer. Arteezy is going to be able to jump away, but the pull in onto Matumba Man is going to be able to ensure that the PA does die. And that is the first real good showing of that Chen teleport.
And look at this bottom lane. The creep wave's already there. They're going to continue to get aggressive and not quite having a fissure just yet as he fakes it, but Surge maxed out, gets him well away from that area. And Kuro is really sacrificing his game here. Level 4, he's all in on this push concept. They've got some backup with Miracle farming away. This is like their insurance policy in case this like completely fails. But still, they're getting a lot on the map right now.
Yeah, they only have one way to be able to stop Miracle. So he's been pretty free just push in lane super aggressively, knowing that he can always rely on either his movement speed. Oh, nice Fisher block. S4 still sped up by the Surge, will be able to walk around that one. You can see S4 is just desperate to try and kill the creep wave before he gets to the tower, but the triple siege wagon is on its way. And that will be another, or the first tier 2 tower down.
Yeah, and EG's lineup is just greedy. Like, you have a PA mag, it takes some time to get online to really get her that free Battle Fury. He has 3 levels in the Empower, but it means that his actual teamfight contribution is just to empower the PA, who can't really fight pre-BKB. And now Liquid's actually just hitting high ground here. This is a level 6 Chen. Just a bunch of level 6 heroes down here, and they brought Miracle 2 for this, so they mean business. And EG, they're starting to drag heroes back, but Crit doesn't have a TP for 25. Arteezy doesn't want to TP back just yet. But this tower is going down pretty quickly. This is 3 siege wagons. They're protecting them too with the healing ward.
Are going to be able to get the vacuum wall just to get some sort of illusions out and push Liquid back. But the thing is that they have incredible sustain between the early amount of gold they've gotten. They already have a mech. They have
no way to stop these siege wagons. They're going to lose racks.
They even have the Chen always being able to heal up the siege wagons, give that healing amplification, that 25% with the healing ward.
This is a 12-minute racks right now being taken by Liquid, and EG, they don't even look concerned. I don't know why, but Arteezy and Crit have made the call. We're not coming back.
As you said, I mean, they can't stop it. And
guys,
EG feel the same way. Matamba Man,
they're going to just do the same thing
here, but they're just going to come right back. Miracle. Make sure the Matamba Man's going to be fine. They're just going to group back up and head towards mid. And Evil Genius has got to come up with an answer sometime soon here.
The confusing part about this move is because if EG demonstrates that they're not willing to fight back here, they'll just go for it again as they temporarily go on S4. But they don't have an easy way to kill the catapults at this phase of the game.
Yeah.
The Darkseer doesn't do anything, nor does the Razor. It really is just this PA, but PA only has treads. This is a 13-minute game. And you see that Arteezy has already made the switch to the Vlads because he realizes everything has been sped up. This is no longer your normal game where you can go for a greedier item build. You can't really go for the Deso. Liquid is not going to give you that time. And they have experience playing against this PA mag. They knocked out Vici when they did it.
Because the Chen, they can always go and defend their tier 1 towers whenever EG tries to split push. They sent Miracle up to top lane, as well as the Earthshaker. They pulled Earthshaker back over to mid, and now they're going to push both mid and top tier 2s at the same time.
They needed reach, I think, in their lineup for EG because they have no way to get to this back line. So everybody sits behind this mech Viper, this Jug with healing ward. They have 3 different heals on their team. They've got a mech. There's no real response right now.
Yeah.
And I think EG, they were trying to just buy time, and they're going to go for smoke here because they can't just allow them to go into the high ground. Sumail gets the D ward off, but this might just be the make or break fight.
Smoke in from the side, giving Arteezy the surge, trying to get to the back line, but you could see Miracle and Matamba Man are always putting themselves between EG and the rest of the back line. They're making sure that Chen can't really be gone on. Same goes with GH here, but they're trying to get Matamba Man. The Echo Slam onto 3! The skewer back. RP is going to be able to lock him down inside the wall. Now Arteezy starts dealing some of his damage out, but they just don't have enough. Sumail barely gets away there. They need to be able to deal with the healing ward, though. Finally, GH does fall, but Arteezy as well as S4 is low enough. Sumail barely managed to get away there with a TP out. Arteezy being gone up with the Omni Slash actually bounced over to the illusion. S4 surged up, will be able to run away. Arteezy spotted and get the kill! No miss there from Mind Control, and the spin from Miracle will finish it off with a double damage rune. They head right into the Roshan pit.
That is the most convenient rune. Miracle just says, oh, I got the kill, and I pick up a DD rune, and this is going to be a fast one. And this is crazy to me because 2 days ago, we saw Liquid have to do the craziest comeback. They did it again yesterday, and now they're in a position where they're about to just take a 20-minute win in game 1. This is so well done by them.
Incredible pace set by Team Liquid. They certainly came into this game one with a great plan and a great draft.
There's almost a Manta style on this Jug. He has Manta Drums phase at 15 minutes. So it's not even like he's given up his farm so that his team could push.
Our Darkseer couldn't go Helmet Dominator. He went Crimson Guard. Does he have it yet?
No.
Oh, they need that Crimson Guard so badly.
Oh, I think it is flying
these
to him.
pushes.
Oh no, it's just 2 salves.
Arteezy trying to make a go here. Evil Geniuses know they cannot let Liquid get to their base again, so they can keep on trying to fight outside of it. The Shrine is still up too. Sumail needs some help. He's already drained so much damage away from Miracle. He's going to be saved by the Oracle now. S4 just trying to chase down these heroes, look for his opportunity to be able to get a good vacuum to pull him back in. He's going to grab Matumba Man here with a wall out. Matumba Man is going to be slowed down enough. They will be able to get that 1 kill, but Evil Genius is a bit low, so they'll back up to their Shrine instead of chasing for more.
Liquid's just going to wait for the Viper and go again. They still have all their tier 1s, so pushes can be sustained forever, and now Darkseer Wall's been used, so EG's going to go for it again. They're smoked up. They know they have to take a fight. While Matumba Man's dead, they're going to go for the back line here.
They spot out Mind Control as well as Kuro. Arteezy's already taken so much damage from Miracle. Finally, he does manage to get the jump onto Kuro. Kuro is going to be able to cleanse himself a bit here, trying to get a bit of that heal. The RP does go down, locking down the 2. With the cleave, they're going to be able to take on Mind Control as well, as he can't really save himself, and Miracle just moves away. Really great read. You said, look, they're just going to be able to pull in Viper as soon as he's back up, and Evil Geniuses, they made that same read too, so they immediately fight again.
If you wait for the Viper to come back and you have no wall right there and everybody refreshes their spells on the side of Liquid, you probably just lose the game. I don't think this position is really recoverable this early on.
Yeah.
And so being able to make that hold quite big for them, but they're not quite out of danger yet, not even close.
No, certainly not. With an 8,000 net worth lead for Team Liquid. And about to be Shrines going down as well. Of course, Kuro's going to have to make the recovery. He did lose his catapult. Trying to make an initiation here on a crit. Fisher, Miracle, thinking about going for the Omni Slash, decides against it.
The catapults are pretty critical to this.
Yeah. So you're going to have to wait for the 20-minute marker if you want to be able to get some Siege Wagons again. But this will mean a long enough time for S4 to be able to get his Crimson Guard. That will help a lot for both the team fights as well as the defending the high ground pushes and just slowing him down.
I mean, things look pretty bleak. I'd say this is like a 85-15 game, if I had to guesstimate. For EG, your play is just to keep holding on.
Yeah.
That's really all there is. There's no real thoughts about taking towers or taking objectives. It's just hold on and hope that Liquid's lineup eventually will break. That the supports have given up too much, like Kuro doesn't really become a factor later on. Mind Control's gone all in with his build as well. He's only level 9. He's picked up a Solar Crest. This is the beef up your tower hitters build.
Yep.
So for them, that's the win condition. And for Liquid, it's just, well, we'll just wait for Catapult and go for it again. Their route to victory is so much easier. And they could probably get away with trying, I want to say 2 or 3 more times before the game evens out, because they took that bottom rack so early.
Yeah. Gonna have a mech for the Darkseer, so he didn't actually go for the Crimson Guard. He just wants more team fight, more sustain for his team.
Yeah, the margin for Liquid very high, and conversely for EG not so much, as a minute and a half left on this Aegis, and they're gonna go for the high ground. This is what you needed to avoid. You needed to take fights outside of the base if you were EG, but now Liquid pressing forward as Arteezy does take that top tower. He's gonna try to max great things and only come back when he absolutely needs to. And this is gonna force Liquid back as GH is set up. He might want to try to use the Echo here. He's gonna jump.
Gonna be able to grab him. Arteezy hit by the Fisher as well. The follow-up, there is gonna be Mind Control here with the Sprout ready to go. Miracle is almost there as well. They don't even need more spells. GH by himself pretty much is able to get the kill onto Arteezy. Now they can head right back to mid, and Evil Genius is desperate to be able to push out the lanes. You could see S4 was already trying to push out mid. See if they can stall things long enough. 20 seconds for Arteezy to come back up.
Yeah, and Kuro trying to find whatever creeps he can to add to his army right now. The Hellbear Smashers will have to do for this push. They do have the swiftness, Aura.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't stack, though. The downside of it.
Trying to run in. Go for the bounty runes. As for not even going to be able to get that one. GH is able to get in front of him, and with the Sprout from Mind Control. Now S4 could be in some serious trouble here. He's trying to juke out GH as best as possible here. With that big burst of movement speed, he will be able to get to this bottom lane. Maybe he's going to try and throw down another Ion Shell, but he's finally going to be found by GH. Another Fissure slowing him down. There's going to be the Viper Strike. GH is just trying to get another Enchant Totem stun. Not going to be able to get a good Sprout from Mind Control. The blocking in from the Treants as well, not letting him get around, but now the Surge is going to be able to give him the phase through, but GH is there once again, gets in front of him with the Enchant Totem one more time. There's another round of the Fissure. Where's the rest of Evil Geniuses? S4 is super tanky here, and he can certainly survive a bit longer as Samael finally going to show up here. They're going to go for GH, a fast kill onto him perhaps. GH is pretty tanky thanks to the mechs of Matumba Man. They have the wall out. BA going to command it on these slash into the back line. He's going to be able to save S4, but the Oracle does die for it. And Matumba Man now gonna have his damage drained down. RTZ trying to make the jump forward, but he's broken out for the Viper, and he's trying to get out of this Sprout somehow. Crit is gonna be able to give him a PA jump, trying to get away in through mid, but one last shot from Mind Control will be able to finish up the kill. He's dead for 40 seconds, does have buyback.
And guess what's here now? The catapults have finally spawned.
Liquid
so
don't need to wait for the mid push. They've got a bottom lane pushed in.
He grabs the catapult, and the high ground push is here. EG, you cannot afford to lose 2 racks this early on into the game. As S4's trying to do whatever he can, he understands that he's unkillable, but doesn't really deal any damage is the problem.
Need to be able to hold for another 10 seconds.
Crit does have the blink dagger.
Man.
But he doesn't really do any damage without the PA available.
Yeah.
He's going to wait for the PA to spawn, give her Empower, smoke up, maybe look for the RP.
And Liquid, there's no real rush for them. They can just go back to farming up all these creeps. I mean, they totally own the map. Evil Geniuses can't really push out too often for fear of getting picked off by GH. Evil Geniuses know it too. They successfully scan on the high ground, but not much they can do about it.
I don't know if that scan gives you any real information.
No.
It just sort of confirms they're still there.
Yep. They're still hanging out. And they've got a Furion too, so they can stay relatively grouped up, and Furion can always TP in when he needs to. They've got the Chen pull in as well.
The one downside of Liquid's lineup, if there is any, is at this phase of the game is that their cores don't really have disables themselves.
Yeah.
So if GH dies like we saw early, everyone just sort of runs away.
10 to 13, 23 minutes in, 12,000 net worth lead for Team Liquid in this opening game. Evil Geniuses just trying to hold on. Roshan is going to be coming up soon though, and Team Liquid, they could use an Aegis and Cheese for the next high ground push.
And everybody from EG right now itemizing just for the mid game. You have a BKB immediately queued up for the PA. Razor's already bought one after the drums. No SNY or any of that shenanigans. And Mind Control actually has 3,100 gold saved up. Not quite buying anything yet.
You could see RTZ so far behind the average for PAs at this point.
And this is with a mag on his team.
Yeah.
This just goes to show how much pressure Liquid has put on EG.
They're willing to sacrifice some of their players' games to be able to take these early objectives, and they did so at such a blistering pace that it actually put EG behind.
I love these types of games now because it becomes very clear-cut.
Yeah.
What both teams need to do at this point. For EG, it's just hold on. And for Liquid, it's try to get 2 racks pre-30 minutes, and then you just throw bodies.
EG got to get outside their base somehow. S4 is going to kind of show himself in mid to disguise the fact that EG are currently 4-man smoked up. They're going to try and wrap around into this high ground area. But it seems like Team Liquid already made the read. They're going to start backing up. Roshan is available, and that's why EG need to push out too.
And Mind Control, Solar Crest, Crimson Guard. As GH picks up an Invis rune. See what kind of implications this has as EG. They don't want to give up the second Rosh.
S4 running into the pit. Oh, bash from Roshan happens at the perfect time. They are going to be able to kill that healing ward and start sealing away some Miracle's damage. GH
sitting on the side here, waiting for his opportunity.
This was the BKB committed. He was just stuck in Sprout the entire time.
Sumail finally managed to get back out. They're really committed here from Matamba, man. The Fisher's finally going to be laid out to slow down the damage. Now the Echo Slam is the BA is committed. Oracle's going to be able to pop it and save RTZ. He's
the juggle.
BKB, but he has to back himself away from all this. And Sumail, he no longer has his magic immunity either. Team Liquid just baited Evil Geniuses in, forced them to use all their abilities, didn't get a kill, and now they're just going to be chased down as Sumail tries to go for a very optimistic TP. Won't be able to make it out alive. A double kill for Miracle, and one more. They're going to be able to find Fly's Oracle as well, it looks like.
Stuck?
Unless...
Wait, GH?
Okay, GH.
He blocked himself out.
He can't actually get to him. Well, there is Bounty Runes. GH is going to say, no, Crit, you can't get that either. And Team Liquid don't need to take Roshan. They can just go straight to mid. They've got 20 seconds with Sumail down.
Yeah, more importantly, with S4 down, who's their tanky frontliner. This is going to be the second set of racks. 3:26 minutes. They're pinging towards that top area, but likely to just go back to Roshan and finish that up.
You could see EG, I mean, they were just so desperate to make that fight work. They got lured into a terrible position, and Liquid was just able to play it very patient. Waited out both the BKB durations. RTZ gonna try and kill some of these Chen creeps, but with mid and bottom lanes of racks gone, Team Liquid don't need to do anything. They could just wait until Evil Genius is forced to defend, and then they could take Roshan. In fact, look at this. Mind Control's gonna go for the TP onto the tier 3 tower here, and I thought he was gonna summon some Treants, but he didn't actually have it off cooldown.
That was some sort of wisp play? Like,
yeah, that was a cute little play.
The shortest relocate of all time, but he doesn't actually do any damage.
They're gonna start losing some of these.
The tier 4s are just getting hit right now, but EG are loath to give up this area because I think they realize if they give up Aegis Cheese, the game is just over. So they're making the call. Our tier 4s, they'll take care of themselves for at least a minute or two. Just stay around the Roshan pit. Don't give this up for free. And Liquid's playing the waiting game. They know they're under no duress. They can wait for as long as they want to. The creeps bottom, this is their second assault. The tower's already lost more than 1,000 HP, and this is finally going to send EG back.
Especially with the way the Mind Control can start chipping away at that tier 3. Feels like EG, if they want to force this Roshan fight, they got to try and do Roshan themselves.
Yeah, now that EG's been spotted in this bottom lane, Liquid just immediately march into the Roshan pit, just maneuvering around and around, making life incredibly hard right now for EG, giving them no pressure to work, no space to work with. As EG, they're around the area. This might just be the last fight of the game for them, as if they lose this.
The healing ward sitting just outside the base. Look at that, a haste rune spawning for Matamba Man. Immediately going to be perched on by the Oracle.
S4 going to run in. Tankiest hero on the team.
At half health, they give him that magic immunity. So he can just kind of get some vision inside the pit, see what's going on. He's going to take some
what's
damage.
Your move?
They've got to get in there somehow, and Sumail's going to start draining damage. Immediately the Echo Slam, but there's no opportunity for a BKB. Finally, they do save Sumail here with the RP up, but they just don't have any damage, it seems like. Sumail trying to commit for this Roshan. He knows he's going to be dying here, so he needs the Aegis, but he can't kill Roshan fast enough. Now RTZ stuck inside the Sprout again and again. It just seems like a lifetime for Artur. He will be able to get away, but Crit is probably going to die here. He does have a blink. He gets away, but still, Aegis for Team Liquid, 2 lanes of racks down. This should just be pretty simple for them. Just march up to that top lane.
You saw in that fight, by the way, when he landed the RP, RTZ just straight went in for GH. Because he's all the control in the fight, but he didn't even burst him in that engagement. And that just tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
They're not even focusing on trying to get the cores down.
Here comes Team Liquid, Evil Geniuses. That was pretty much their last do or die reasonable scenario. Now it's going to take something special for them to be able to defend this final push. S4 just going to run in. Crit trying to go for the skewer back, completely whiffs on that one. They do have the wall vacuum. That's what S4 is currently trying to set up on, but they need to be able to deal with this healing ward. S4 trying to go for the punch, doesn't actually get it. He may die for that attempt. In fact, he does. He doesn't get any spells off whatsoever. And now the tier 3 about to fall. Evil Geniuses. How are they gonna be able to stop this one? Miracle just swinging like a madman right now as he's fully 6-slotted. Butterfly, Mjolnir
Melee Rax is falling, range Rax is gone as well.
That's
going to be
Megas.
Megas before the 30-minute marker. And Evil Geniuses, you might as well call GG right now unless you think you can fight up against Megas. And a very strong Team Liquid with a 27,000 gold lead. Sumail finally forced to pop his BKB here. The Fissure comes out. He fights, but he does no damage whatsoever. Matumbaman even has the Frost Armor from the Ogre Magi to be able to tank him up against any sort of physical damage from EG. S4 is going to come back here in 2 seconds time. Crit forces a skewer out of that Sprout. And Matumbaman just sitting on the front line, staring at anyone. They are going to be able to get the vacuum onto 3. The wall out. They do have the healing ward. Mind control. Daggered away, but it looks like they're just going to be the throne dying here as the Siege Wagons continue to beat it down. Crit spamming out that RP over and over. The Echo Slam locking down. S4 is going to be falling here. Sumail has no damage whatsoever, and that's it. GG going to be called game 1. Utterly dominated by Team Liquid once again.
Such a cool strategy by Liquid. The
Absolutely.
14-minute racks. And that was a move that there's no way EG expected. All of a sudden, they just kept going. There was 3 Siege Wagons. EG, I think they realized too late, there's no way to stop these. They just keep hitting. They only had magic damage at that point. Sumail only had 2 levels of Link, so it wasn't like he could fight either. And just really well done. Not a lot of wave clear on the side of EG. I think they probably thought with this Razor pick, we shored up a lot of our weaknesses on our draft because we have this hero that can fight early, but you can't fight into that.
Little did they expect that Team Liquid had this idea of just these multiple Siege Wagons, these early pushes. It was such a cool strategy put together, and that's what you expect out of the former TI champions in Team Liquid. An incredible game 1, and certainly a big draft advantage for Team Liquid. We're going to go to the panel now to be able to break that down. I'm sure Kyle has some good thoughts on what went wrong in that draft.
Thank you so much, Blitz and Capitalist. We are back with our wonderful panel yet again. Grant and Kyle. Gentlemen, one of you got it right, one of you not so much. Apologies on that, though. Grant, what do you think about that one?
Hello?
No, oh, Tsunami. Hey!
It's just like I call it, right? 20-minute victory, no big deal. EG with the swag.
Oh, God, stop. All right, we're not doing this joke anymore. That was too accurate. I hate it. Go ahead, Kyle.
So look, I was wrong, but the important thing is that when you're wrong, you got to figure out why.
Yes, that is true.
Couple things. One, the Fury in mid shuts down the Razor last pick. You drafted, it's not the greatest matchup against Viper, but you can theoretically crush the lane. Prophet actually has the advantage there. You also have your PA in a safe lane, tri-lane, but there's no scenario where Kuro coming there doesn't win the lane for Liquid. And now you've crippled Arteezy's level progression. He was level 8, and Miracle's level 12.
Yeah.
He's the win condition. PA's damage is all that matters, and he's just not farmed enough. Last point, 13 minutes. Liquid have drums, Vlad's, mech. 1 per core. EG have none of these items. And other teams, weaker teams, they're not going to get a Rax at 13 minutes. But Liquid, they recognize we are unstoppable, and they just walked down the lane.
I mean, I feel like Chen was a big part of making this happen. Because in old Chen games, it was like, you get a Rax before 15 minutes or you're going to lose. And Liquid being able to bring that back with all this experience of their very experienced players, it kind of felt like the old times. Tsunami, did that game go as you predicted it would?
Yeah, I mean, Liquid is one of the few teams still running Chen. They're also one of the few teams still running Viper.
Mulai harimu dengan yang asli. Pertemanan yang asik ternyata nggak asli. Demi like di sosmed, ternyata nggak asli. Kirain beneran baik, baiknya nggak asli. Kalau kita sih pilih yang asli, biar berbuka makin seru. Cuma Yos Cincau yang asli nyegerin. Manis dan cincaunya asli pas. Yos, asli segarnya, asli cincaunya.
Jagalah gusi, jangan kau sakiti. Jagalah gigi, bersihkanlah yang pasti. Pilih yang halal, jangan suka asal. Tanpa alkohol, biar ibadahnya afdol. Bikin mulut jadi bersih, tak ada yang tersakiti. Bulan puasa kan jaya, gigi gusi kan terjaga. Bila mulut jadi bersih, nafas kan harum mewangi. Total care jelas baik, ayo pilih yang baik. Halal.
It. EG's all physical damage. Bassie's, that stacks with Vlad's.
Oh.
So you have +6 armor from these items.
Oh.
You've got Mind Control constantly putting Solar Crest on Arteezy, removing his attack speed. Like, PA actually can't play Dota when that's applied. Viper to break, it's a perfect draft. And that one fight they had outside the Roche pit, they finished off a kill and immediately walked in with a double damage.
Yeah, a little bit of luck there. But at the same time, guys, I have to say, it's imperative. Oh, yeah, there we go, Chen. And I want to talk about why this is so important, because we have seen this Mag-PA combo, and the idea is Magnus makes it so that PA can get those essential items before they're overpowered. And it is a testament to Liquid to be able to overpower that PA with that combo. I mean, they dedicated their entire draft to making it work. And this man right here's Chen made sure that it couldn't.
Yeah, it's not just that PA. This is EG's PA. EG have consistently proven that they will make it to late game no matter how hard you try. But, you know, all things considered, Liquid did also win their first game whenever they met EG in the upper bracket.
That's true.
So it's possible that Bulbo is just, you know, giving away one early on. You know the combo. You know that Viper is a force to be reckoned with still in the hands of Liquid. You know that this Chen is still an availability.
It just comes down to the 22-pick Razor. I think Sumel's too good of a player with too varied of a hero pool to, like, throw him on that. And I understand the logic, because they think it's against Viper.
Yeah.
And he should be able to dominate that lane. But it's Liquid. They're just going to throw the Prophet there.
Yeah.
That removes the last pick advantage that EG had. If you're going to go into this next game, I want to see the pick rate Liquid have and the win rate when they pick Chen against Magnus. Because I feel like for most squads, they don't see that as a counter. Whereas Liquid, they're willing to say, okay, we will not win late game.
Yeah.
We've seen Mag PA.
Yeah.
As soon as you get the third item of PA, like, that's where the game starts to shift. Liquid are not going to allow the game to get to that point. They're going to finish it before 30 every time. And
well, that's why I think the Mag probably has a better win rate than, like, a traditional hard carry draft. Because, like, Mag PA, it's not like a Spectre or Medusa that you are pretty much hemmed into no matter what. You have to make your way to 30 minutes. Maybe with a Mag PA, you can come online a little bit sooner, but in either way, pre-20 minutes.
Do you think that they would have been better off going, like, Mag into Razor or Mag into any other hero and then last picking the carry to pair with it?
Well, I think
they banned Trolled themselves. It was still in the pool. Liquid took Jug.
Is there anyone else besides Mag PA, though, that we've traditionally seen? I mean, Magnus himself is good, but in this current meta, he is literally just an empower machine. Kind of like what Ogre used to be.
I don't think the carry matchup was necessarily the issue. Like Grant was saying, I mean, like I was saying off panel, they should have picked someone like a Tide Hunter instead of the Darkseer. You needed someone to be able to park themselves in a lane whenever Chen is starting to mow things down and be like, no, you're going to have to stay back. You're going to have to wait a little bit longer, but Darkseer doesn't have any wave clear.
That's the other thing, is that they abuse Oracle as well. Like, Fly is a non-factor in this game because you can't clear waves, and Secret call them animal heroes. Okay,
animal
the Chen
heroes.
and the Furion, right? Because they have animals. They're menagerie masters, okay? They come with the zoo.
Slave drivers.
Well,
in a way.
Let's not go there.
No.
Okay. It's in the lore.
What?
There's consent.
What's the lore?
Chen persuades them. It's a persuasion.
holy
The
Make
dude
your
has
point. Let's
a
move on.
gentle debate with them.
Let's move on.
I don't remember. The point is, there's too many creeps. Oracle doesn't have any tools other than playing defensively, but as we've been saying, like, EG have damage problems. And Liquid, if you look at their draft, I think by 24 minutes, they had assembled every single sustain my team item possible.
Yep.
All of them, even down to the extra Bassie. Like, you can't get tankier, and EG, you know you can't prevent them from getting their spells off, so all you have to do is live through it instead. You sustain.
All right.
Yeah,
That's all they did.
I don't think MagPA was the problem. I think it was the Darkseer Chen.
I see. All right, gentlemen. Well, we do have some time. The players are taking a little bit. This is an extremely important match here. But that's actually some good news because today is the day that we're going to show you guys a bunch of the content that we have made. And this one is about our very own special, Mr. Tsunami. Let's take a look. Did you know that in every single Disney around the world, there is a barbershop? We are here at Dapper Dance. Now, I brought, of course, the most well-haired man in all of Dota right now, Tsunami. How you doing, boss?
You said we were going to go to the roller coasters.
We're not going to go to the roller coasters. Dapper Dan's barbershop is just as exciting. Do you know why there's a barbershop in Disney?
I don't.
Well, that's because old Walt's papa was a barber. You see, Walt Disney built a barbershop in every single one here on Main Street to celebrate his father. And it's a real barber in there. In fact, this guy used to live in Chicago. Disney took his entire setup and moved it all the way here to Paris, France. And I'm bringing you, sir, because your beard is getting a little out of control.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so we're going to touch up Tsunami. We're going to get him looking good. And maybe I can buy a wig. Let's go on inside and get this guy cleaned up. All right, Tsunami, what are we doing here? What's the plan?
Nothing too crazy, all right? I like where I'm at, just a little bit cleaner, maybe a little more styling.
Okay, style it up, buddy. Oh, that is thick. All right, Tsunami, what do you think, buddy?
I think I look like I'm about to tie some people down to a railroad track.
Ah, absolutely. I think you kind of look like an 1800s kunka. Reflects your personality.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. All right, buddy. Well, you're looking good. We'll see you again, guys. Ooh la la. The strangest part is that he still has it. He did not actually cut off those devilish mustachy twirl.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a new look. Kyle always says that he wants to be the villain, but maybe it's time to someone to take the throne, right? The evil throne.
You look like a villain that would fail all the time, you know, like the guy that's...
That gives the speech about his master plan as the hero disassembles it in the background.
Oh, okay.
I'm seeing a shaking fist on, I'll get you. Not as successful as Envy. But anyway, let's talk about the games here. We are going up for game number 2. Back on the line, boys. If EG lose one more, then North America is out of this major.
It's a terrifying thought.
Indeed.
What are we going to do with all these slots?
I don't know. Literally. I don't think anyone knows. But let's move on and talk about big points in the draft here. We could see some major shakeups coming from EG. Typical, we know these guys will lose a first game and then learn from it and then move on and put the enemy in a comfort zone. However, Liquid kind of does have the same strat, except for when they faced each other. Liquid just dominated them in the first time.
Yeah, this is how I think EG has happened quite a bit, though.
Yeah.
They will drop a game because they come out of the gate too slow. I'd love to see them return to Spirit Heroes for Sumail.
Okay.
In addition to Leshrac. I want Lesh, Storm, or Ember. For
TA?
Sumail. TA is perfect as well. I'm totally down with that. I just want to ensure that if you're going to lose to Liquid, you're not in a position where at 15 minutes you're completely outmatched around the map. Liquid will always be able to abuse their map movement. It's why they will take Furion, and they've been taking Furion forever.
Speaking of which, Kyle, in the last panel, you said something that struck me. You said that Sumail doesn't really like the Storm anymore. Is that actually true? Because we're talking about Spirit Brothers now, and that used to be his big signature hero.
He doesn't play it anymore. I mean, when was the last time you saw like a Sumail Storm? I feel like if I'm EG and I have arguably the best Storm in the world, you know, at least he was a TI5.
Yeah.
You'd be first twoing it. Like PSG LGD, they first to it when it's available. They definitely are willing to second phase it. EG, it seems, unless they have a Drow and it looks like a great Storm game, they're just unwilling to do so. And I think prioritizing his hero, you know, you look at Secret, They're just first 2ing Monkey King. They're first 2ing Storm. They're getting this active playmaking mid-hero. Going back to that previous yesterday, there was a game when Sumail was playing.
Oh no! Finish the heart. Oh, no, you don't have to. Yeah, turn around. Get that thing out of here.
What was the game? Sumail was a super playmaker. He was the Wind Ranger, right? That fit the style though, because he's level 7, level 8, and he's leaving the lane.
Right.
It gives Fly a place to go get some levels. If Crit needs it, he could be there. But more importantly, someone on EG is willing to leave their lane. Watching that game, did a single core rotate, like without a teleport, in the first 10 minutes?
Kyle, I think you might be really onto something there. I didn't see it at all. I mean, it really was this focus down, and they had to be strong on that. Tsunami, I really want to talk about this Wind Ranger that we saw EG pulling out. It was successful in one game, not so much in another. How do you feel about that for EG?
This is a new EG. The TI5 EG was one where Sumail could single-handedly win every single game. Now it's a little bit more contingent based on the pick. And so Wind Ranger was an exotic pick that was unexpected and was able to bring them success, and they picked it again. So going back-to-back makes it a little bit more readable. And overall, it doesn't seem like EG are as interested in making sure that Sumail can single-handedly win the game as they did with like LGD's Storm Spirit. And so that's why you're saying that Storm Spirit's second phase every time LGD. I think it's because they're willing to maybe win the game, whereas with EG, they want Arteezy and S4 to have a greater contribution than like Ame and Chalice would on LGD.
Sure. Kyle, we make a lot of jokes and stuff on the panel, but honestly, your opinion as an ex-pro and somebody that's extremely educated in how these guys think in these situations against these big teams is kind of incredible. So I really do want to know, when you're up against somebody like Liquid, who has this gigantic pool, what's going through your head on these things that are like bans and picks? Because you can't ban out all the heroes.
Yep.
So what do you focus on? Just what they've been playing or things that you know they're good with?
It's a tough question because the problem is they're good with everything.
Right.
Mostly everything. It's about finding something that you're good at and trying to bait Liquid into the play style that you think certain heroes left in the pool will drag them towards.
Okay.
So it really depends. The thing is, I don't know if like Bulba came into this. Obviously, they were planning on PA into Mag.
Sure.
Like, probably throughout the day, yesterday during preparation, and Liquid just kind of blew the barn door off and wrecked them. So now you're back to the drawing board. And for me, it's just, it's simplify things a little.
Hello.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we have got some action going on. Let's go ahead and catch you guys up. Running through the bands real quick. Evil Geniuses says no. Nyx Assassin, Tree and Protector, Earthshaker, very nice band there. And no Matumba Man Lycan. Also don't want to get grabbed on that Broodmother.
And you can see Liquid very quickly go for the morph.
Sure.
They bait EG into the first pick Drow again. So it's another scenario where Bulba probably picks what's expected, right? Liquid, you have to ban Brood Lycan against them second phase because it's so hard to play Drow into these heroes. But it leaves Liquid with the Miracle or Matumba Man Morphling. One of their staples, like one of Miracle. Like Miracle last yesterday, the E-blading offensive and defensively, what was he, 1903? It was,
woo! Very strong stuff there. Let's go through bans on Liquid real quick. No Enigma, Doom, Abaddon, and surprisingly going for that Storm.
Yeah, you got to. Well, EG, if they have Drow, they will certainly pick Storm.
Yeah.
And that hero is the counter to Morphling as well. It would be a 2 or 3 item pickups, and all of a sudden you cannot play Dota with your backline any longer.
Gotcha. OD ban is pretty interesting to me there.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that, Tsunami?
I think it's mainly they want to shut down all the range mid cores, which there are still some available. There's a possibility for Mirana because they had give it to Sumail in an earlier game when they had the Drow.
It's a really nice TA game as well.
Why is that?
It's one of the counters to Morph because it's the same concept where you don't want to let the game get too late. So you need a core that can take tempo and also not be put onto this clock.
Well, how are you gonna hate on 25 cooldown reduction of Drow Ranger like that?
Ooh.
Sure, I'll give you that, but I don't think you're gonna beat Miracle Morph in the late game. And I also don't think you ever want to be planning on a level 25 Drow as your win condition.
Okay.
We do see one of the Spirit Brothers picked up. Again, I'll remind you boys, that is probably a crit Earth Spirit. And if that doesn't put a shiver down your spine, it should.
I really like Liquid's dual support though. Hard save and a Hex. It's very nice. difficult to play Earth Spirit as well because the Fate's Edict will prevent all of your magic damage, and then the Oracle Q and Ultimate remove Magnetize. Not to mention, you have a hard save for your Morphling. It's hard enough to kill this hero without somebody that acts as a get-out-of-jail-free card.
I mean, at least you have a Spirit Vessel builder on EG with this Earth Spirit now, but I definitely feel you.
Now, Team Liquid, of course, they do have great amounts of catch. We got a Shadow Shaman, we got a Sand King, we even have Oracle, so they got heals too, but can Morph do all that damage himself? Where's that coming from?
No, he's going to need
the last
Matu
pick.
hero to
Yeah,
help him.
that huge amount of damage to
It could still be a Miracle Hero, though, in the Matu Morphling. You never know.
Huh.
If there, I could see an Invoker perhaps coming out, even though that hero is kind of...
Man, that would be amazing.
Oh my goodness gracious.
The Medusa Band's nice from Liquid. It removes like a simple hero for EG to pick, because now they're looking at... It could be an Arteezy hero still. We've seen Sumail play Drow, and in fact, in his first Drow game ever as a professional, he owned.
Yeah.
It's just not necessarily what you think when you think of EG's strengths. Looking at TA, looking at DK, maybe a Wind Ranger again. It's a possibility, though I'm not a huge fan of it against all these disables.
Yeah, that would be pretty rough. A nice shackle onto a Wind Ranger. It doesn't matter who's dealing damage. He's probably not going to make it. But Centaur is actually picked up. Can we talk a little bit about that hero? We commonly see that picked up in response to a Nature's Prophet. This time, what makes it good in this game, Tsunami?
I'm actually not thrilled with that Centaur pick. I mean, at the minimum, you're giving Drow Ranger an easy way out with the Stampede, but in terms of the laning situation, I like Shaman against Centaur because his right-click damage is so much that the Retaliate, many supports come out behind whenever they're trading with the Centaur. Shaman easily comes out ahead.
Kyle, any wrap your head around why that Centaur
It's
could
just
work?
nice with Drow.
Just
You
nice with
have
Drow.
some sort of global helper mechanic,
Yeah.
and it gets your Bane Earth Spirit into position to set up moves. Like it's Drow lineups are all about positioning. Centaur gives you that window to ensure that it's perfect. Monkey King comes out. That leads me to think it might be a DK.
DK.
Oh well, it's also
Sumail, please, no.
No, but it's actually just to deny the Monkey King safe lane against your Centaur.
Right.
And there's no way to outlane Liquid if they get that strong stunner with a Monkey King. Like Centaur will not be able to play Dota.
All right, how you like this one? Shadow Fiend.
Oh, that's interesting. I like it.
5 seconds remaining.
It's just the whole lineup becomes very squishy.
Yeah, which is why I thought they went for the Centaur.
I like this. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's more like it. And this is exactly what I was kind of hoping for EG.
Yeah.
Sumail is now on the strongest hero in the game. You have Drow Aura. You have a ton of ganking heroes to help him out. He can get the Blink Deso up early and try to take over the map.
I mean, do you not just go Viper now if you're Liquid?
Yeah, I mean, Liquid is also very familiar with this hero.
Yeah, but TA doesn't care about Viper as a matchup that much anymore. And you buy BKB early on. It's not as much of a counter as it was when Viper was played without Nether Toxin.
Yeah.
Or, well, before it was changed, that is.
All right, so we do have some reserve time. We have a ton of reserve time. Team Liquid not really taking much time. It's all smiles in that booth as they seem to think that they've got something real good on the horizon.
I like this from EG. If they're going to go out, they're going to do it in the way that I think they should, which is that both their supports can be active. Crit is on a signature hero. They've picked what's arguably the best core in the meta right now for Arteezy and given Sumail a game winner hero that can play aggressive. He can get kills, not just farm in the backgrounds. He's not a Razor player. I don't care how many times they pick it for him.
Yep, I mean, that is a saying that I have. One of my favorite things in Dota is watching EG lose after 5th picking Razor. It happens so many times, but it's Sniper. We have seen this Sniper come out before from Liquid in their last series against EG. Now, I know that Boba was staying up all night watching that game. I know.
Okay.
I mean, I'm surprised they were smiling so much after that Sniper pick. This Sniper has a lot to be concerned about. You've got Stampede, you've got Earth Spirit rolling out from anywhere. Sumail's probably going to build a very early Blink. I hope he gets it before Deso.
Yeah, I love that EG stayed in their comfort zone.
Yep.
But looking at these drafts, it's Miracle Morphling. I gotta give it to Liquid. Liquid is gonna win this. They're gonna take the series 2-0.
I don't care if what you actually think. I'm just going to let you have that in hopes that we get to see Game 3, Kyle. Thank you very much. Tsunami, talk to us, buddy.
I can't go down with the Kyle ship, so I have to go with the opposite of whatever he picks. Going EG.
Liquid, I think, if they can just stabilize the lanes, don't get crushed middle against this TA, at a point, their team fight is going to be superior, their supports have more peel, and you won't be able to kill Miracle's Morph.
I mean, you can justify it as much as you want. All I'm going to use is just ammo against you whenever you're wrong.
Okay, take it easy, Tsunami. Be original here for once. Just kidding. Talk to me about EG for real. If you're going to go in there, how do they win? Is it just the signature heroes, the rotations, the picks?
And the Drow Ranger carry of the tournament, in my opinion. I mean, EG, they're in their wheelhouse when they can make it to late game, and I think they can make it to late game.
Indeed. All right, well, our discussion is over. It is time to find out if Evil Geniuses will be in that prophecy of trapped in third place, or will they be able to have one more game to fight? Let's go find out with our boys, Cap and Blitz.
That's right, the International 2014, 2016, 2018, Kuala Lumpur Major, Chongqing Major. So many notable third places for Evil Geniuses that it seems simply fated for them to end up third place here at MDL. But will they be able to fight that fate against Team Liquid? We'll see now. And so to shrug off that curse, they're gonna have to win 2 games against the TI7 champions. Blitz, can they do it? What do you think about the drafts? I mean, Tsunami definitely seemed like he was pretty positive. I mean, they have a Centaur and a Drow lineup. Team Liquid giving away the Drow Ranger once again.
I could see both teams winning this game. Like, I think for EG, they have really good heroes at getting to the back line this time around. They have Centaur, Earth Spirit, both those ultis, just get on top of the sniper. And run at him and don't let him play Dota. Earth Spirit is so good, I think, against those types of heroes, especially if he gets online early. You get an early Spirit Vessel, you roll on top of the Sniper, make his life hell. And for Liquid, Sniper's always historically been better against Drow. You have good range. She can never really step to you. Plus, Morphling, I think, is the carry of the tournament for me. Like, this hero, in the right hands, just looks phenomenal. So I could see both those carries just kind of going toe-to-toe late game with BKBs and being able to pull this one out.
Yeah.
So I think most of this will come down to how good of a laning phase they can have. If you're EG, I mean, if I were Crit, I'd be looking to gank mid as many times as possible. That's where you want to abuse the sniper early on, especially when TA hits level 6. And for Liquid, it's what kind of rotations can they make? Can they take that mid tower early? Because we see that's oftentimes the focal point of their drafts.
Oh, 2-man Burrow Strike to start things off with the Ether Shock out. Arteezy's already taken so much damage. They're going to go for the dive here, and the last shot from GH will secure the kill. Now Kuro has dove in pretty deep, and he will be traded out, but certainly worth it for Team Liquid.
When you listed all the third places, by the way, I thought it was just a meme, but that's pretty insane.
Now, that is legitimately, there are more in their history. Just those are obviously the big notable ones. Mind Control going to be in trouble here. Doesn't have a Burrow Strike, and Evil Geniuses strike back pretty quickly.
But Kyle did call Liquid, right?
Yeah. So it would be pretty hyped to see Game 3.
This is like a movable object versus unstoppable force kind of situation, as S4 getting harassed up now as Kuroki makes his way down here to try to help out. I think Centaur in a one-on-one situation almost always does fine, just because of Retaliate and your high base damage.
Yeah. Can always do pretty well when it comes to the CSing. He does have the Oracle in lane, but Oracle's like a pretty good support for you to match up against. Like his high attack speed, low base damage actually works to your favor really well as a Centaur who has a Stout Shield, has to Retaliate, get those stacks up. Now Crit, he knows Mind Control, he knows what he wants to do here, and so he's going to try and slow down this pull of the wave.
If you can stop this, it's fantastic, obviously, but if you get away with it against a tri-lane, it makes it so that almost all three heroes not really going to be able to do anything.
Almost killing Fly, actually somehow gets vision for a moment. Fly spots him again, and GH takes him with the Ether Shock, and because of the creeps, ooh, nice dodge there from Mind Control.
Yeah, and Crit misses. This is actually pretty massive against the tri-lane. Like,
yeah.
Fly might even think about going bottom now, because if he goes back top, he doesn't have a creep wave to go to. Both the supports only level 1 right now. So well done by Mind Control.
Big dive out from Samael, but he's caught by GH. Samael thought with that haste rune he was going to be able to run down the sniper, but good read from Matamba. Man, oh, the miss! S4 keeping his healing salvo alive a little bit longer. And just kind of running around, he's going to be able to get this double wave, and a third wave is on its way as well. So this is going to be a lot of farm for Sumail. As long as he's healthy enough to actually farm it up, that is going to be a bit of a problem because Kuro just keeps on sticking on him right now.
And S4 getting a little bit low here. Kuro did let it go for the full duration. And now he's got to be careful. He's going to have the fortunes end up here in a second, but...
Oh, where are we going with this one, S4? Are we going all the way back to the base? It seems like it. Your spirit.
I don't think he can stop. He would probably die.
Yeah, I don't think so either. He's going to try and burst him down, but there is going to be the interception from Crit. One last nuke out from Kuro. Gets him just in time before the Centaur stun could hit.
And he TP's out, finishing in style.
Fly does have a nightmare, and he can pop the magic stick as well for a brain sap. Should be okay. And Crit just going to be able to keep the creep wave alive there, right next to the tier 3, long enough for S4 to come and collect all that golden experience.
Denied.
S4 trying to deny up under his tower, but let me tell you, the best strategy in the game is never going to be just let Miracle have absolute free farm.
Yeah.
And that seems to be what's been happening in the last 2 series.
Uh-huh.
Like it just somehow happens. They don't really seem to put a focus on stopping him. In the last game, it was the Darkseer versus the Juggernaut. Sure, that's a fine trade, but you're still letting a Jug absolute free farm in. In this game, I think the Morphling is the real win condition, and letting him get relatively uncontested last hits doesn't seem like an ideal situation for EG.
Yeah, he's got 25 CS, but he's also got 16 denies.
Yeah, I mean, they tri-laned up here for the time being, and Crit finally made his way down, but now he's going to try to make the rotation onto mid, and Crit, one of your rotations has to start working out soon because he is getting quite underleveled, and this bottom lane is suffering as a result of these movements.
Fine fly, burrow strike, they have plenty of disables. There's going to be the silence out from RTZ, but the nightmare actually makes things worse for Fly in the end.
GH now on a killing spree. All 3 lanes going pretty well for them. As the sniper is losing mid.
They're going to be able to catch Miracle here and take away. Good pick from Crit just to make sure that Miracle couldn't waveform over and steal that other bounty rune.
As S4 still chasing and hitting. Has that extra damage up right now, and
just
Miracle's getting pretty low
right now. Miracle's going to pop the Morph Strength and fight him underneath the tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, top lane, they are going to be able to burst down. It looks like RTZ, the Burrow Strike comes out. The final hit. Now, Crit might be able to finish up GH. The Brain Sap not quite enough because the stick charges, but eventually the Shadow Shaman does fall. That is a dominating streak for Crit, but in the process, killing RTZ and shutting down his game has got to be well worth it.
Yeah, and he's going to miss a lot of this CS under the tower. As this Morph, conversely, not really touched too much like we talked about. Sniper not having the easiest time against TA because, I mean, you're an attack damage hero with no real nuke aside from your shrapnel. It's very easy for Sumail to get denies off. As Sumail's even going to pick up that regen rune, top his mana off.
Regeneration.
Re-Wraith Bands, 4th one coming in for Matu.
He's guessed wrong on the rune, or the ward spot. It's usually a 50-50 in that position. And look at this, Kuro doesn't know about that ward that was just placed right now.
They actually get close enough to the cliff, they'll spot it, but obviously they have no idea to be able to check that area out.
And they're pinging, so EG is well aware that both supports are here. This will not be a surprise to them, but...
Getting things out, the roll-in is going to go for the Shadow Shaman here, and a good kick out as well. RTZ certainly not in trouble here. It's going to be GH who may die, but Fly is unable to catch up. They have the Nightmare onto the Oracle. RTZ does not want to get too close to that Sandstorm, though. Considering the burst damage, now that Kuro is level 3 and has the 2 levels of the Purifying Flames.
Yeah, they had full vision right there, EG. Nice ward vision from them this game. Actually able to utilize it because at this point in the game, Liquid was just going for the tier 2 and they were about 2 minutes away from going high ground.
Another roll-in straight to the back line, gets the slow into Kuro as well. The silence goes out, only going to be able to hit the Sand King. Immediately, the Sand King challenges the Drow Ranger. They're going to turn around and get the shackles on a Crit. Crit's in serious trouble. The Purifying Flames doing so much damage as Matuma Man makes his first rotation of the game, now has the Shrapnel. Barely clipping Fly, slow him down. Well, I thought it was going to be long enough for my control to go for the tower dive here, but being a little bit timid.
And Liquid, again, showing that they're willing to rotate their course early on as Mind Control gets gone on. They do have Dust. This should be a kill. Last hit taken by Sumail. But this top tier one's done.
S4 in trouble. The waveform over him and the adaptive strike to finish him off. So with these rotations, Matumba Man looking to be able to take that top tower. Does so. Mid tower under assault right now from that Templar Assassin.
If you're EG, this is the scariest part of the game when it starts hitting the 10-minute mark, where GH gonna get gone on right now. Should be a kill, does get the Hex off, but Sumail has the right click. No,
he
doesn't
needs
find the side blades.
No. Sumail critically missing there.
But the tower gonna get hit up by these creeps. And Liquid, we talked about how they want to take the enemy mid tower early on, but in fact, it's gonna be the other way around as Sumail gonna get stunned up by the Sand King. Matumba Man's here too. Doesn't have any more shrapnel charges, but this should be enough damage.
Great body blocking there from Mind Control. The Nightmare, but it's not enough. A 2,000 net worth lead for Team Liquid as once again, they start things off with some heavy rotations and catching Evil Geniuses by surprise.
I could see them going for a smoke right now, rotating towards that mid lane, doing some damage. Because GH knows that he missed on the sentry mid, it's very likely that they have ward vision on you. So if you're going to make any sort of move towards that mid lane, you're going to want to be smoked, as they do go for smoke. But this was spotted, I believe, by this ward right here. So they're going to make this exact move because they know there's a ward mid. They think they're being sneaky, but they were never able to de-ward there. Sumail just has to be a little bit careful here. He should know that this gank is coming.
He does have TA traps. Actually pops the wrong one there. Fortunately, he's still able to get away.
He's just fine. And Liquid, they're going to wait for the 10-minute mark, get the Shadow Shaman wards up, try to go for another rotation onto that mid lane. We've seen this play time and time again by them. But they need the tome first, so things going to be slowed up just a little bit as EG starting to stabilize out. Arteezy is now level 6, in fact level 7 on Dro, so now going to start doing Draw Ranger things.
Farm up those Ancients, stack it up once again. Aggressive move here from Team Liquid, trying to go for these bounties. We'll be able to snatch it up though with S4. Still though, Miracle's gonna go for the dive here, gets Nightmared up. They're gonna wake him back up, and now he's been silenced. So he wasn't able to get the adaptive strike to finish off that Bane.
Still, once again, more bounty runes picked up by Liquid. I think in the previous game, they had a heavy advantage in that category.
Yeah, considering all that map control, for sure.
And
10-4, almost a kill a minute for Team Liquid.
Yeah, I think EG want to slow down the pace of this game. And it all starts, I think, with defending your mid tower, not letting that drop, and protecting this triangle of farm. The way you protect this triangle is you protect this mid tower and this bottom tier 1 tower, and you'll be just okay. They've got to buy themselves more time than they did last game as GH, like I said, hits level 6 with the tome at the 10-minute mark, makes his way towards mid. EG can't afford to give up this tower, I think. Not this early on again.
Sumail's going to show up with S4.
Yes, I like this.
Take out those Serpent Wards.
Make a concerted effort this time around to defend that tower, because Liquid abuses your jungle once they take that tower. But Miracle will in fact take the bottom one, sort of redirecting, and he continues to have completely uncontested farm.
Yeah, free one-on-one has just led him to chip away at that offlane tower so many times, including that double damage rune he picked up. So now, as a result, he is at 5,800 net worth, over 1,500 ahead of the Templar Assassin. Can't be a good feeling for Evil Geniuses. They do have some answers, I guess. They've got plenty of silences against the Morph.
It was a conscious choice, right?
Damage.
Like, they put S4 down there solo versus the Morphling. They had to have known that this was going to happen. As EG all grouped up in this area, but not likely to find anything.
I'm surprised they didn't go, could they not do an aggro tri-lane with Drow Ranger? Like, I understand they had to protect the Drow. There's no way you can't just, like, abandon her in lane, but could they have, like, done a 3v3 into the Morphling to keep him shut down, or?
Probably not. I don't think you want to be in a position where your Drow's, like, she has no levels. You have to rely on the pull then at that point. Yeah. And it makes it really easy to spot crits rotations, I think, as Sumail picks up the Ilu rune right in front of Miracle, who continues to fight, but...
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Miracle, of course, has so many magic wand charges that it will be able to get back up to full.
And they
pretty
do have
quickly.
Shaman wards pretty soon. They want to try to make that same rotation towards mid, I think. They're going to drop some vision down here. You don't want to just give up this triangle to the Drow Ranger, and EG themselves are going to make this play towards mid. I think they're anticipating Liquid to come towards this mid play.
Yeah.
This is a really cool move by them, because now they can take the mid tower themselves, or they have already. And EG in a really good spot, taken mid. They've defended their own mid tower. They might even run into Kuro here as he does get spotted.
Got to be able to get the slow from the TA trap. Brokey purges himself off the slow and will be able to buy some time. And that's all he can really do. As he's certainly going to be falling here to the 4-man rotation of Evil Geniuses.
That's a really cool move. It was in anticipation of the next ward drop from the Shaman. The reason they make that play. And Matuma Man's going to drop Shrapnel towards mid. Mind Control continues to get farm at top. He already has Blink Dagger.
I believe Fai is about to get some information that there is some vision here.
They're ditching
They're
GH
actually
so
gonna have
hard.
to leave him behind. Miracle says, see you later, GH. Thanks for waking me up. They're actually going to pop the Centaur Stampede, see if they can chase down Miracle. Miracle turns into a Centaur, does manage to get the Centaur Stomp out to make sure there's no follow-up. Kuro now can turn things around as Miracle's going to try and chase down this Earth Spirit. Kratos get over the river here. Instead, maybe going to go for flies. He gets picked down pretty quickly by Matuma Man. Now the way forward to be able to finish off Crit as well. S4 going to get burrow struck, and this time it's Evil Geniuses that have heavily overextended themselves and will be losing 3 potentially. All they need is Mind Control with his fresh Blink Dagger to be able to chase him down. Miracle gets the vision for the double kill.
And they have wards for this bottom. But GH at top, he's looking for Arteezy. He wants to try to get the solo killer set up for it. Arteezy thinks that everybody is at that bottom lane, but he should know with no wards dropped down.
Gonna be able to find him, and just with the Serpent Wards and a long duration shackles, Arteezy unable to get out of there. Miracle just shows up for the kill.
They're just playing too fast for them right now.
Yeah.
Going everywhere on the map as Miracle stuck without mana.
Whoops.
He's gonna wait it out.
Finally, Miracle will be able to play some Dota. It's 14-6. They are going to be able to find Mind Control here. Stomp, they have to like heavily control him. Actually, he's totally out of mana, so should be fine. They actually take away the Fiend's Grip there with a good assassination hit from Matuma Man. Mind Control is so damn tanky, it seems, that he might just be able to get away. Blinks out. They do have, they don't have Stampede just yet, but Sumail finding a bigger kill potentially onto Matuma Man, but the Oracle is here. Oracle, oh, Carl! No. Carl, you need to save your carry. Now they're both going to die potentially. Finally pops False Promise on himself and hits the Shrine, but Sumail's not going to slow down. Kuro maybe healing up to full, but Sumail can continue to chase him out, especially if Crit with a slowdown for the Templar Assassin Trap and a slowdown from the Cake as well. They will be able to get that kill. What happened? Kuro just a complete blunder.
Yeah, that was way too late. Like, that TA was on top of your sniper, killing him quite quickly, and just, I mean, I guess he wanted to save it for himself, but even in that position, doesn't live.
It seemed like Golden Sea got surprised by the attack speed of the TA. No one expects the TA to be hitting that fast this early. That's all thanks to the Drow Aura. We're going to have a Deso first for Sumail. No early Blink Dagger, and I guess he doesn't need it because of the Stampede. But I'm presuming he'll still want that item eventually for the Sniper.
Liquid 5K head in a really good position with this free farm Morphling, but still haven't taken that mid tower. They're going to make the play now towards that area as GH just about has that ward back up. Might even go to the Roche pit, but they're going to get scanned on right now, and the timing of that was nearly perfect from EG as he just walked in to place the sentry, and that might tip them off that something's happening. And there's no TA trap in here, which I think is a pretty big mistake.
Yeah, that is very odd that EG did not do that at all, and they're going to have to give up Roshan because of that. They just don't have any knowledge. They're currently moving to the bottom lane right now, but they thought maybe somebody from Liquid would defend, and they could catch them, especially with the Blink Dagger now on S4.
Now you're going to take the mid with this Aegis Morphling, who is completely unchecked in this game.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that decision works in favor for EG. Is, I mean, letting Miracle free farm has never been the best idea.
Radiant are scanning.
The Sniper, the Maelstrom coming in soon. When it procs, he can take away 2 of those refractions. Pretty interesting. And then they've got the shrapnel as well. It's going to be hard for the TA to keep that refraction up against all these various instances of damage, like the sandstorm. Wait for him forward. Gonna be able to find crit here with a blink follow up and a great S4 stomp out. Maybe they can actually finish off with a silence. No, they're gonna stampede and run away, go for the backline first. They're gonna take GH as well as Kuroki out of the equation. Now focusing on Miracle, they're just gonna try and leave him alone for last. S4 though does get run down by that Wave Force. They've gotta go for the Matama Man. Matama Man is able to finish off that Earth Spirit. Arteezy has to get away from Miracle, as Samael is just staying away from the big carry of Team Liquid and going for pretty much everybody else. But now Mind Control's going to turn onto him with the Epicenter as well. Samael's in trouble. The refraction gets burned through so quickly, and Samael gets bursted down by Miracle.
And that's his unstoppable spree.
Yeah, 568 gold for Miracle off of that one.
Now, they did kill Sniper, but not nearly worth the trade.
Yeah. This is just what happens. You do not address Miracle in that laning phase, and now
he almost has Scotty.
He's the strongest hero on the map, and is collecting kills left and right, rapidly accelerating his farm.
And you had to have known that Morphling was going to have this sort of game.
Yeah.
With the way that they lane set up, so it's not like this is some huge surprise. But still very well done by Liquid. Just a good overall draft, being able to protect so far. Game obviously not over yet. We have seen Drow Rangers in late game situations pull through. She does so much damage, especially with the way that the ult works, ignoring armor.
Yeah,
which against Agi cores I think is just incredibly effective.
Morphling especially, right? Just because he goes typically full Agi. Has 31 armor right now and only 820 HP. Drow Ranger was to shoot him once with the proc, it would be like a fourth of his HP.
Yeah, so they have ways to come back into this. It's protecting the rest of your lineup too. The scary part is S4 hanging around at that bottom area. They might just go high ground again, similar to what they did in the last game.
Yeah, I like that.
Isn't set up for the fight, they'll just go for it. And that is indeed what they do, is fly, waiting up here alone. GH isn't quite here yet with the wards, but they'll drop soon.
Glyph going out, the stomp. Oh, and he actually didn't get more strength, but they're not going to try and go for him because he has that Aegis. They're going to try and deal with the Serpent Wards first. Miracle thinking about going for fly here, turns into an Earth Spirit, kicks him and assassinate to be able to finish him off. He didn't have the Nightmare to be able to disjoint that one, so that'll be the tier 3 dead already.
And the Bane does buyback, but Liquid got what they came for. Miracle, S4, looks like he wants a chase.
Does have Stampede, but the rollout, can they catch him with Tumble Man? No! The adaptive strike beautifully set up by Miracle. Now he's going to be able to roll away as an Earth Spirit.
This is some sick Earth Spirit play right now by Miracle.
Really well done by him. They are going to maybe find GH. GH goes for the Hex.
Doesn't
Trying
have
to
a
disappear into the trees. No TP up for 3 seconds time. Now going to be spotted, but considering what Team Liquid got out of this, a tier 3, only losing a Shadow Shaman is pretty acceptable.
And Morph just about has his Scotty with this Ancient.
So we're going to go full Hurricane Pike for the Templar Assassin. More opportunities to be able to get on top of that Sniper, as well as more of the back line. Got to deal with the Oracle and Shadow Shaman first. Aegis is going to wear out though, so maybe Evil Geniuses be more compelled to take a fight, but it's not over just yet. Fly trying to get some vision down, but there was already vision laid out from Team Liquid that spots him now with the Assassinate onto S4, trying to keep him from being able to blink away. They're going to be able to get the silence onto Mind Control, and it sounds going to wear off, and Mind Control might be able to get some sort of blink situation, but Crit is going to be found inside of these trees. They try and turn and do manage to kill Mind Control, but S4 is going to be ripped apart by Miracle pretty quickly, and now Samael can't get away because the Iron Scotty that is up is going to be able to roll on top of him, kicking backwards to the rest of his team. Godlike spree for Miracle.
He was trying to get to the bottom of the cliff. Miracle reads that, turns into the Earth Spirit, rolls behind him, kicks him away.
And Team Liquid feeling it now. As you can see, Miracle's just diving into the base, just seeing maybe Arteezy's there.
He's having a good time with this pseudo waveform that he's used.
Yeah.
Roll in and out, try to find somebody. Playing very cocky at this point because he's so far ahead. They're going to take down this shrine now, get control of this area of the triangle, make it so that the Drow Ranger can't farm out Ancients anymore.
One shrine down.
Almost has the Eagle Song now too, just after he bought the Scotty.
That's certainly going to help a lot, and especially if, like, even in a defensive scenario, if he somehow gets caught, silenced, pretty much all the damage coming out from EG is physical.
They need the grip from the Bane, but there's so many ways for Liquid to get on top of them. They can stop it with the Assassinate, the Blink on the Sand King, GH.
0 deaths right now on Miracle.
We've seen a lot of 0 death performances from cores lately.
Yeah.
In this tournament, whoever wins just seems to go like 20-0.
Radiant are scanning.
Successful scan on the high ground, and Team Liquid, they are willing to take the fight, especially with the shrapnel scaring them away. Evil Genius is going to be caught here with the Blink and Burrow Strike. They're going to go for fly as well, immediately assassinated down. They're going to be able to disarm the Templar Assassin as well. Crit trying to go in, managed to get a decent ultimate, but still, Arteezy trying to deal damage to Matumum right now. S4 buying back with the Stampede, might just be able to save Arteezy right now, but will not be able to save the Templar Assassin, who's now dead and won't be able to save himself either, so it looks like S4 not going to be able to get away. The Burrow Strike misses, but it doesn't matter. Beyond godlike now for Miracle. Everyone's dead. Nobody has buyback. It's only Arteezy who's left in the fountain right now. But he can't possibly get close to Team Liquid.
They're about to have the Earth Spirit up, but I'm not sure how recoverable this position is, as Liquid so far ahead at this point. I mean, the two cores from EG aren't even far behind. I mean, they were ahead of the Sniper until that moment, but it's just Miracle being 6,000 gold ahead of everybody else. He more than triples S4's net worth.
Oh, poor S4. He's not had much of a game to speak of. They're going to come in from the side here with the Earth Spirit. But I guess Evil Geniuses, they're happy enough that they didn't lose 2 lanes of barracks.
Roshan will spawn in 2 minutes, and that'll probably be the all or nothing for EG at that point.
Yeah.
I think this Morphling has clearly demonstrated he both deals too much damage and is nigh unkillable.
And this is a good show for Team Liquid heading into the Grand Finals as well. Again, demonstrating that they have an answer to the Drow Ranger should they match up against
That's the full E-Blade now.
The full E-Blade as well as the Mjolnir for the Sniper. Significant upgrades. Evil Geniuses are going to need a really good initiation. They spotted Kuro for a second there, but with the Drow Ranger leading the way, it's not exactly the way you wanted to start a fight. They're going to 5-man smoke off, get into the high ground here, knowing that Team Liquid very likely
trying to get Vision down right now. And they're still trying to play for the win because I think they realize if Liquid gets to their base, they take Roshan, the game is probably just over anyways. So you might as well try to get one of these surprise fights, hope that somebody from Liquid runs uphill, gets caught unawares. And they're also assuming there's no ward vision up here, because why would Liquid have any defensive vision at this point? They're so far ahead, but Mind Control's
going to blink forward and manage to kill the Vision. Is able to get away with the Sandstorm, but now they're going to turn with the Stampede, going immediately for the Oracle. He's already dead. The Bane and S4 is also quite low. He's managed to stand in on top of Mind Control with the BKB right now. Arteezy finishes him off, but it's only 2 dead, and he's already lost all of his allies with the buyback coming out from Samael, but he's been shotgunned down. Arteezy dies as well. He does have a buyback, but it's just him and Samael are going to be left to hold against this big Team Liquid push.
Still no Rosha, but that'll just mean Liquid. They probably just take the Rex. As, look at this, Miracle on the hunt with the Earth Spirit. He's all in right now for Samael.
Samael nails him perfectly. Miracle might as well be an Earth Spirit at this point. He's away for him. Shotguns managed to get him. There is going to be the Mel. Disappears from Vision.
He'll break it with his illusion.
With the illusion, now Samael shows himself. TA trap. They're going to try and turn on a Miracle as best as possible. They've already got the silence, but the rest of Team Liquid is here. They've got the control of the TA. That's going to be a dieback for Samael. And that's it. Evil Geniuses have been supremely routed by Team Liquid. Absolutely dominated by